Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Southern Broadcast Racing Network. I am Richard Hurst, and always along with me is Jeremy Robbins up here in the booth. Jeremy, how you doing this evening?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit jealous. I'm not out there gonna win some of this money tonight.
Yes, tonight we are at Talladega Super Speedway here in Alabama, my home state. And tonight we have drivers from the East Coast to the West Coast trying to win a little bit of cash, put a little bit of cash in their pockets. And we have quite a few from Georgia. You got one guy from Mobile, Alabama, so this is going to be his home state track. It would be nice for him to take home a little bit of money in his pocket, being his home state track. So, Jeremy, what do you think we got in store for the night?
Man, I'm gonna tell you what. You've got good racing when it comes to play track, but when you put some money on the line, hopefully everybody's ego stays in check. We know he's going over a drivers meeting right now, and he's kind of ironing a few things out. This is going to be a double header tonight, so we've got 60 laps at Dega. Then we're gonna swap everything around, and then doing another 60 at Daytona. So it's going to be a good 3 hours of high drafting, high stakes racing going on. 120 laps between both. I mean, it's going to be wild, Richard.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be wild indeed. As you said, 60 laps, 45% fuel, and one fast repair. So these drivers are going to be forced to take it easy, not make those very aggressive moves, at first because they want to save that fast repair as long as possible. You don't want to beat up truck because then you won't have a chance to be that top truck to win that prize money. But first through fifth will get a payout. Not exactly sure of the amount that drivers will receive, but we will have the owner of High Speed Racing League or High Speed Racing in here in just a few moments to go ahead and talk over um, how he thinks the racing is going to go tonight.
Yeah, they had the payouts based off 25, possibly 30 is how it was based off of. They didn't get the exact amount they wanted, so payouts are going to change just a little bit. But we're going to have Taryn in here when he gets done with driver meeting and everything, and just kind of so everybody knows there's transparency because we like to keep everything transparent. Luckily, we ain't out there racing, or we'd be winning the money. But that's irrelevant because I'd win, Richard.
Well, tonight we have, a couple family members. It looks like we have a nephew and uncle in the race, and I said it's going to be the '94 of Christopher and Keith in his '03. So we got a couple guys that are probably going to be working together, and they are from Savannah, Georgia. I love that town. They have a lot of history there. Love ghost tours there. So, one of these two is going to be my pick for the night. I think they're going to have good teamwork going on, and we also have, I think, old Kevin Winker. We're familiar with Kevin Winker driving his 42 Chevrolet. So he is definitely a heavy hitter when I've watched him race. Um, so my pick is either on the '03 or the '94 of tonight. They're starting as of right now in practice. They have the third and fourth best times, but these guys are going to be working together, and probably if one of them wins, they're going to be drinking some ice cold beer together.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna throw the Hail Mary out there, and I'm gonna pick the lone Canadian in this race, Kyler Wynn, to obviously win. So that's what I'm gonna pull with the 84. His name says win, so you gotta win.
Got to go with the win.
Gotta go with the win.
Well, we got about 5 minutes left of practice time. They may advance it when the drivers' meeting is over, and I'm pretty sure that he's basically telling them we got to take it easy tonight, and there's probably going to be maybe penalties thrown if there's too much aggressiveness, maybe, possibly. Not exactly sure, but we'll hear from the owner very soon.
This is a regular Sunday thing that high speed racing does. We is just fortunate to have an off night and was able to come in and plug it with them tonight. So, we'll talk about the Discord and everything where in the future races where if you want to get involved in it, you can kind of use this, tell your friends and family, kind of check it out. You can kind of see the racing before you got to throw the money into it. But Looking at this field, Richard, and some of these license and I ratings, I don't see, I don't see it being a wreck fest. I see it's going to be a pretty hard racing tonight.
Absolutely. Give me 1 second.
While he's wrapping that up, we're going to give a shout out to one of our personal sponsors here at Southern Broadcast Racing Network, and that is Premier Setup Shop.
All right, give some.
Aaron, well, what are you thinking of tonight? I do this on a pretty weekly basis, so what's the fans out there expected for?
Well, we've had really clean races the past couple of events we put on. So I definitely expect the same thing for tonight because we got quite a few familiar faces out there tonight. I know typically I'm the broadcaster and Brian's our race control guy, but I still anticipate everything running pretty smoothly tonight for 60 laps at Talladega for the first race.
Well, we definitely appreciate you bringing us on to broadcast these races. And you just stated that you are the broadcaster. So, taking a little bit of a break tonight?
Oh, yeah. I mean, things are going to happen where I'm not going to be able to broadcast all the time. So, I'm all for supporting other guys and allowing them to come broadcast for us and, grow their own brand and, help us in the process.
Absolutely. And like I said, we really appreciate that. Y'all reaching out. And I've seen PJ somewhere. I just cannot remember where I've seen him. I don't know if we've covered a league that he's raced in or I've raced with him in a public lobby, but I've seen him somewhere and just can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, PJ's been a huge help for us. Brian, the last event we had, he actually trained PJ on how to race control and everything. So, unfortunately, PJ couldn't, race control for us tonight because we postponed one race due to the All Star race for real life NASCAR. And, I just transferred his entry fee for that to tonight. So I went ahead and took over race control just so he can jump out there on the track and have some fun.
Absolutely. Well, we are looking forward to it. We love super speedways. As always, three wide action, and you mentioned that you have an uncle and nephew in the race tonight. I'm thinking that's going to be my picks because you got a teammate out there, and super speedways are all about teamwork.
Yes, I completely agree. Two guys to watch out for sure is Christopher and Kenneth McCullough. They are they work together really well, and almost week after week that we've had, they are always up front, and their pit strategies are pretty good.
Well, awesome. Well, we appreciate that. You want to kind of explain how let people know how the payouts work, so that way, if anybody wants to join in some of these races next time that you have them, they'll know how the payouts are going to work, especially when you have a double header.
Yeah, let me go over those details with you real quick. So our typical advertisement is for um, 25 max entries, top five drivers paid out. You got first 150, second for $100, third for 75, fourth for 50, and then fifth place will get their money back of $20. So that's based on 25 total entries. Tonight for the first race we hit 18 entries, I believe. So it'll need to be adjusted a little bit, but still they're gonna come out with some good pocket change. But we do put these double headers on every Sunday night. So if you're interested, would love for people to come on board and join our community that we're putting together. And in the future, once we get consistent drivers, will look at putting on some more events throughout the week.
Awesome. That sounds great. And hopefully, we'll be able to be a part of those every now and then. But looks like qualifying has started. And so far, nobody's put down a lap yet. They haven't completed a lap. But let's get your prediction. How long until we see 3 wide?
Well, there is a 3 wide rule in effect, so no 3 wide for the first 2 laps off the restart. So with it being Talladega, I do anticipate some guys pushing it 3 wide. But they do need to keep in mind that it's a 60 lap race, so they're not going to be able to win it, within the first 2 laps. So they're probably if it's anything like recent events, they'll definitely settle in and just kind of cruise around and let the pit strategies come into play.
Well, can't wait to see how many cautions we have, how many green flags. I'd like to see green flag stops. That definitely makes things very interesting with this pit strategies. And but yeah, that's all we got. We appreciate all that information and can't wait for this thing to go green.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to it, and appreciate you guys coming over to help us out. And y'all will be talking to the top 3 drivers once the race ends.
Looking forward to it.
All right, guys. Well, good luck to you.
All right, Terry, good luck and have fun down there at race controlling because I know it's a full-time job to be a good RC.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'll do my best. All right, guys. I will talk to y'all later.
All right, man. Thank you. All right, so far we have a Toyota sitting on the pole with a 56.12, and that is going to be Adam Thompson. And all these times are subject to change as they complete their laps. So you heard him, Jeremy. No 3 wide for the first 2 laps, when they go green.
Yeah, I think that's a good rule right there because, a lot of people, they got the tendency to throw it 3 wide as soon as that green flag drops in case, somebody in front of them might miss a gear or something and stack the field up and go 3 wide. Well, it's better to just slow down for a little bit and lose a little time than to lose a whole race.
Well, speaking of losing it, Mr. Kyler Wynn, I was just watching him. He has got the pole as of right now. That's your pick of the race there, Jeremy. And he's got the pole for right now, but he just turned it sideways, pretty much ending his lap.
Well, if you're going to take that top spot, you got to show out in style.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like we've got a 19 in it tonight, so it's going to be a pretty good field.
And please forgive us if we call out your name and we pronounce it wrong. Please forgive us if we are unsure about the name. We will go by the first name and number. So please forgive us. This is first time interacting with some of these drivers. So, just be patient. We'll get them right. And we had quite a few followers. We appreciate y'all coming in, tuning in, and spending the evening with us as we watch these 2 races take way. And
yeah, we got GLS came in with the follow, BJ Dub,
Elite Legacy.
I recently tooted it.
Well, hopefully it don't smell.
I wasn't reading the whole word. I was just reading it off. But wow, that got me. I got
all right. Well, qualifying is over, and Kyle Wynn has the pole. It looks like number 13, Don, he is going to take second. The 62 of Adam Thompson in his Toyota is going to take third. William, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. And then number 83 Chevrolet, he's going to be in fourth. 16 of Bryce Cobbler, he's going to take fifth. PJ, he's going to be in sixth in his number 24 Chevrolet. Kevin Winker is going to be seventh in his number 42 Chevrolet. Eighth is going to be Kerry Whitaker in the 15 Chevrolet. Ninth is going to be Joshua Dub. Hopefully I said
I'm
that
gonna
right.
say Dub.
Dub. It's going to be in ninth. 10th. George Lesko is going to be in the 10th spot in his number 4 Toyota. Who we got 11th on back there?
At 11th, we're gonna have the 6 car of Andrew Zanto. 12th is going to be the 8 of Ryan Campbell. You're going to have 13th is going to be the 5 truck of Brandon Holder. 14th is going to be the 17 of Brad Neer. 15th is going to be the 23 of Nash Brambilla. 16th is going to be the 94 of Christopher McCullen. 17th is going to be the 9 of Kyle Harbin. 18th is going to be the 03 of Kenneth McCullen. And rounding out the field is going to be the 88 of Carl Stanton.
Well, it's not looking good for me. My picks are towards the back. The McCullens. Cullen. So they're starting in the back. This could be definitely a strategy. Maybe they're anticipating maybe a caution very early, trying to stay out of the top spots. Maybe pull a little bit of strategy. It's definitely going to be interesting as we only have 45% fuel, and we're going to have one fast repair. So probably a pretty good strategy starting out to see how the first coming laps are going to go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang back. If I'm in there right in the middle of it, you only got one fast repair to last you 60 laps. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're having to use it by lap 3.
So the only thing I am unsure about is most of the leagues that we broadcast for, they will they'll wait for the green flag on the initial start. Then anything after that, the leader controls the field. I believe it might be the same way as far as this. I forgot to ask about that, so I'm sorry. We will try to figure that out as the race goes along. So if we have a caution, we'll get that all figured out.
You know what? I think everybody just wants to see the race. Those make the details up in their head.
Well, this is the race where you find out who your friends are. And I know there's 2 friends in here, actually 2 family members in here. So, they're not going to break apart from each other.
Well, you never know, Richard. Just because you're family don't mean you're friends.
Blood is thicker than water, my friend.
That's debatable.
Oh. Yeah. All right. Pace truck is going to be diving off here in just a second. And we're about to go green flag racing. The 13 on the outside, Don in his Toyota, and Kyler on the inside in that pole position, getting ready to go super speedway racing.
Hey, PJ Dub out there, we may have said it wrong, but you get a dub. He's a winner. Dub, we got another win.
All right, green flag is out, and they are side by side as they take the green flag. So everybody was definitely paying attention on that restart. Side by side as they go into turn 1. Low line has a little bit better momentum than the outside line, but we have seen the outside line, once it gets formed up, it can be faster than that inside line. Adam Thompson in that second spot, and it looks like he is. Kevin Winker is going to go Kyler Wynn went way up high, and they are already 3 wide. Think he overshot the second lane.
And it is Doobie. So that's how we pronounce our words there.
Doobie. All right. Well, it looks like we have a new leader, and that's going to be Adam Thompson. And Bryce Cobbler has taken over the second position, and they are looking to go 3 wide again as they cross the start-finish line. Coming in turn 1 is going to be Adam Thompson, Bryce Cobbler, and Don in at number 13. They are all nose to tail, along with the 6 of Andrew. Second lane kind of fell apart, so you got 3 trucks on the outside trying to make something happen, but they are too far apart to really. Actually, one just bailed out, so now it's just 2 trucks on the outside. 6 truck looking to the outside, along with the 16.
That front pack right there, that top line, it looks like they're stacking up and getting ready to make a little bit of a run on that outside.
Yeah, and that they are. That 24 is definitely trying to make a move, and it's actually SDK has them a little mixed up, so we might call a number, and it actually might be the wrong number on the truck. That's because that's what SDK is giving us.
BB, we appreciate the opportunity. Thank you for dropping by. Well, I'm going to tell you, Richard, you can see right there, there's a long train on that bottom line. If they could ever squeeze it up just a little bit, that top side may have something to worry about.
Well, we've seen fewer trucks can actually be faster on the outside line than a lot of trucks on the bottom line. As long as they can stay nose to tail, which that 6 has to be very careful of where he is trying to bump draft, because I saw him get right up to the right rear of that tailgate on that number 24 truck, which is actually the 16. But yeah, you push in the wrong spot on that tailgate, that truck is right around.
Yeah, these vehicles, they can handle drafting, but they don't like that hard drafting. I mean, they're not as flimsy as the next gens on bump drafting, but I mean, it's still. Oh, and his 6 makes a run for the high side. That was a smooth right there. They're putting it 3 wide going through the start finish, and the 24 of PJ he's a sandwich, peanut butter jelly sandwich. He's gone, back from 3rd to 9th.
Yeah, you can definitely, once you get out of that draft or people go around you, you'll go from the front to the back real quick.
You know, that's gave that 62 of Adam Thompson a chance, but that 6 truck right there of Andrew, he is making a charge and a half with that high side, Richard.
And just so you know, the 24 was not PJ. Actually, the 24 is going to be, I believe, the 00. Like I said, due to some of these guys have stamp numbers on their paint schemes and everything, they the trucks don't have the correct numbers. So PJ is actually the 00, and the 24 is actually showing as the 16, and that is going to be Bryce Cobbler. He is going to be in the stamped 24 truck on my screen, unless my stuff is not loaded correctly.
And it all looks like it's good. It's just that SDK throwing us off.
And that typically is what happens. Wow, what a move between from Andrew and that number 6 truck. He made a shot to the bottom and got in front of the 62 of Adam Thompson, and he is our current leader right now, leading that low line. Oh, and he disappeared. Where'd he go? There he is.
Woo! That's not something you want to see happen right there when you're on the front.
Not while you're pushing that, and he was close. Then that 62 truck was close to that back bumper. So it looks like the 00 is trying to take over, and that's going to be PJ. He is trying to take over the lead, but he just can't get there. He has a 23 truck pushing him, and that is going to be, I believe, Nash. Brambilla? I'll tell you what, one of my favorite trucks out there as of right now is going to be that 58 stamp truck. And the reason why I love that truck is tomorrow's Memorial Day, and he has got the thing painted up really good. And that is going to be Joshua Doobie. So great paint scheme. That is actually one of my favorites on the track as of right now. Honor the following stamped on the side of it. So great paint scheme, especially due to Memorial Day being tomorrow. All right, well, let's look towards the back. I'm gonna ride around with Mr. Kevin Winker. Kevin Winker, we know we've broadcasted, some of the races he's been in, and he's always done well. So he is definitely a force to be reckoned with at most tracks. And right now, he is running in the 11th spots. He's down 4 spots from where he began, but this could be all part of strategy. And it looks like we already got takers for pit lane, and that's going to be Christopher McCullen.
Yep, Kyler Wynn and the McCullens.
Yeah. So a little bit of strategy going on as of right now. And right now we are on lap number 9.
Well, I'm telling you, that front pack racing, Richard, they've not let up one bit. I mean, it's been clean, aggressive racing.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to pull a little bit more into pit road. It looks like the 6 is going to be looking to come down pit road, maybe? Or, nope, he's just going towards the back.
Yeah, that battle right there in the fronts, it's going on.
2 Toyotas, 2 Chevys, working it back and forth. So your top 10 has 4 Toyotas in it, and all the rest Chevys. And this is no Fords in this race. I think they're anti-Ford.
There is no, yeah, you're right. I was just looking at that and I was like, "Where's the Ford at?" Well, they're not here. So 50-50 chance. I guarantee you, a Chevy or a Toyota is going to win.
Yeah, you got a Toyota pushing a Chevy down on the bottom. So you got Adam Thompson in his Toyota pushing PJ in his Chevy, and then you got Nash. He is leading that second lane in his number 23 pickup, being pushed by the 24 stamped Bryce Cobbler on the outside. So yeah, nice little combination there. Let's find out where the 3 that pitted, and that's going to be Kyler, Christopher, and Kenneth. They all pitted together. Now they are all working together. So this is a good strategy move. They pitted with teammates, and now they are about 32 seconds back. So they're not in jeopardy of going a lap down, especially with how many trucks they have. 3 trucks can make a difference here at Talladega. You can go just as fast as a big pack with 3 trucks nose to tail. All right, coming through the tri-oval, it looks like PJ is going to still have command of this lead, but looks like Nash is going to try to make another run for it on the outside with Brian Cobbler, trying to push that Toyota up towards the front. They want to lead too, and also Joshua Doobie back there pushing that number 24. So these 3 trying to make something happen on that outside, but they're just not quite able to get there. But anything is possible. Lap 12 of 60, and we're still looking at 1 big pack with 1 small pack towards the back, and that's going to be Kyler Wynn and Christopher and Kenneth. 3 others have pitted, and that's going to be Brandon Holter, Brad Neer, and Ryan Campbell. They all pitted together, and they came out together. So quite a bit of strategy going on. Some guys pitting earlier than others with 13 laps in out of 60. Still a lot of racing to go.
Yeah, a lot of racing, and Richard, I ain't gonna lie, I am honestly surprised as clean as this race has been so far. Which I may have just jinxed it just then, but
Nah, I don't think you jinxed it.
I hope not. As we've got green flag pit stops coming in, and
Oh, they're all coming in. They're
that 6 car smoked them like cheapers on the hood.
well, you got 4 that pitted. You got Don, William, George, looks like Kerry and Adam. So you got 5 that pitted all together. And you still have what about 9 cars still going around? That's going to be
Got all the way from
got
TJ
PJ Nash, Bryce Cobbler, Joshua Doobie, Kyle Harmon, Andrew, and Carl Satin.
and Kevin Winkler has came into the picture as they're pitting on this time around.
Ooh, get them slowed down, boys. Get them slowed down.
Ooh, we've
No,
got
oh
a
my goodness,
penalty. Ooh, I bet that's going to be close.
Wow, the 88 come flying in.
Carl Stanton just wow, and he
All right,
slides
so-
by his pit box.
No, that's it's one thing to have a penalty, but it's another thing to overdrive your pit box and then have to back up, and that's just more time that you're going to spend in the pits. And I think these guys are all going to do a gas and go.
You know what, BB? You are right. If he got slowed down, that's a piece of driving right there. But I don't know if he did or didn't, Richard. He came in. I thought the 6 smoked him. He lit him up.
Well, that's going to turn the lead over to Kyler Wynn, and Christopher and Kenneth. So these 3 guys were all together. They've been together. They haven't gotten away from each other. And right now they're running 1, 2, and 3. Christopher and Kenneth, good strategy. Right now they are up 14 and 15 positions from where they started. Of course, Kyler started, on the pole, but still, that is. You come from the front to the back just on a strategy. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and they all 3 pitted together too at lap 8. So I mean, I doubt they can make the whole run on fuel, but you know what? Right now this is their race to lose.
Yeah, they're losing a little bit of time though. They're probably going to have to, get linked together. Keep that consistent. Nose to tail if they want to outrun Holter, Neer, and Campbell. Because those guys are coming. They've already shaved off 0.3 of a second in just half a lap. So these guys are coming.
Yeah, you've got 3 and 3 right now, so it's going to be interesting to see how quick the team of Brad and Ryan can catch up. And you see, they're moving in pretty quick.
Then you got the big pack that is about looks like about 8 seconds back, and that's led by Don in his number 13 Toyota with Adam Thompson in his number 62 Toyota. William is back there with him. It looks like who is that just now coming out? That is going to be Joshua Doobie. Oh, he must have had a penalty. Unless he pitted by himself. Yes, he pitted by himself, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like he may have took tires on that one, at least one side with that pit time.
So he is going to be the first truck 1 lap down. So it looks like
those 2 packs of 3, they've caught each other, Richard.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Holder has caught this little pack, with Kyle Wynn. So they got a 6-car train with 18 laps gone. You still have 42 laps left to go. 43 laps left to go. So, still a lot of racing to go. One mistake, could bring a caution out and, change everything. But so far, so good. It's all clean. And these guys look like they are kind of breaking away from that second pack there.
Yeah, that front six right there, they're not right up on each other, but they're close enough. They're getting each other draft, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Richard. The way the five of Brandon's laying back a little bit, I would not be expecting to see him make a run here in the next turn or two.
Well, it's either he is setting up the run or he is saving fuel. So guessing no penalty on the truck going into the pits. Great move. You know what?
Yeah, that was a
He must have got slowed down. Yeah.
it's amazing him getting slowed down.
Well, the 5 truck has not stepped out just yet, as we are at lap 19 out of 60. He has not stepped out, but these other 2 trucks right behind that 5, the 17 and the 8, or the 80, they are laid back just a little bit, that they could possibly be trying to work out a fuel strategy.
Yeah, I still think there's gonna have to be at least one more stop.
Oh yeah. There's possibly going to be one more stop, if not more. Could be a 2. It could be a 2 stop, and that's what these guys maybe. I don't know.
You never know.
45% fuel is not very much.
No, it makes it interesting. I mean, it makes
Absolutely.
strategy.
All right, we'll go back here and check these guys out in the second group, led by the 13 of Don. Now, they are falling off. They are now 9 seconds back from this top 6. Not somewhere where you want to be. And it is actually, the time is climbing. So these top 6 have gotten nose to tail, and these guys back here are kind of spaced out quite a bit. So they are not looking to outrun or catch the pack up ahead. It looks like these guys are on their strategy.
Yeah, that second pack right there, they was catching up and they just kind of all fell apart. I don't know if they're racing each other for position, but if you ain't in the top 5, you ain't getting paid. So 5th and back don't really matter much of anything.
Well, 7th, 8th, and 9th are kind of running in a 3 truck pack, and then you have a little bit of space from to 10th, and they're running in a little 3 truck pack, which they just tighten it up just a little bit. And then you have Kevin Winker. He is back a little bit, and it looks like the leaders are pitting again all together this time. So you have first, second, and third, fourth, fifth, and sixth all pitting together at the same time.
Now, this is going to be pretty interesting because we've got pretty good groups, their own separate pit cycles. So it's one of those, draw straws. Whoever's going to get the short straw may actually come out with the group that wins. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be the group that we're going to see battling it out when it comes down closer to lap 60.
Well, they had such a commanding lead, almost 10 seconds. The last time I looked at the ticker, they were. I forgot where I was going with that because I was reading BB's message there. But they had such a commanding lead. I think they'll be able to make it on one more pit stop now. So they'll pit around maybe a lap 40, maybe go maybe 20, probably around lap 43 they'll pit, and then they'll have about 17 to go, and then they'll pit again. Possibly.
Well,
I can't remember the truck, but I will be watching the next time for sure. That was kind of wild, as you said. Amazing. He got slowed down. And that was the 88 truck, by the way. Let me see if I can find him real quick.
we've got him shifting up, Richard. We've got a shift up back there towards the back in that second pack.
All right. It looks like Wynn is still Wynn is still leading that second pack with Christopher right behind him. They are still all right there together. Brandon Halter, Brad Neer, Kenneth Campbell, Casey Whitaker has joined this little group here. So they picked up a truck, and now Casey Whitaker is pitting all by himself. Not something that you want to see, but that 88 truck was Carl Staton.
Speaking of the 88, he just took 2 spots.
He took it all by himself.
He didn't need none of that energy drink to get going.
Oh no. And that's going to allow him to catch up to Don in his number 13, Adam Thompson in the 62, and he's going to try to take over the 62 is going to jump to the outside and try to take over the lead. Is the 88 going to go with him? No, he's not. So the 62 is going to have to come right back into the line. Don and William running nose to tail, so Adam's going to need a little bit of help, from somebody behind him to get around that 62, but it looks like he's going to tuck in and get right up on the bumper of that 83. All right. Kerry Whitaker is out of pit lane. Looks like he had 11-second pit stop. But he is all by himself. It looks like, yeah, he is a lap down already. Looks like the 83 maybe had a little bit of contact with the wall. He has a little bit of right side scraping, so he has had either contact with another truck or he has had contact with that wall, but still running great. And, our highest mover in this little pack here is going to be Carl Staton. He's up 15 positions from where he started this race.
Yeah, and you've got the ones that was together of Kyler, Chris, and the McCullens. They've kind of spread it out just a little bit, but they're still in that second pack.
Yeah, they've spread it out, and this could be a strategy. May let Kyler lead some laps, and then have somebody else lead some other laps. And it looks like we got more pit stops happening.
I do, and I think there might be a good chance that Carl used off his luck on the last one as he hit that cone coming into the pits.
He did not slide past his pit box, though.
No, but that cone may give him a little argument.
All right, we'll have to keep an eye on that. And he is still in, and I believe everybody else is out. Yeah, I think he got held.
He got it.
All right, that's going to relinquish the lead to Kevin Winker. Kevin Winker up 6 positions from where he started, along with PJ in his number 24. Well, 00. Right behind Kevin Winker, and the 6 of Andrew. All 3 of these guys working together. So we're going to probably see them dive into the pits here shortly. And you also got another small pack, the 23, and it looks like they're coming in. The 23, the 4. Actually, there's 2 23s.
I bet you Carl's not going to take his chance like he did that last time, because he got lucky that first time coming in, but he tried it again, and it did not work out in his favor.
Mixmaster, let's go. Tyron HSR here.
Mr. Owner has walked into the chat.
Oh, yes. Well, Kevin Winker being the leader, we should see him dive into the pits here shortly. Depending on how much he saved fuel, he was in the back of one of those packs that was running. So they may have saved a little bit of fuel, being in the back of those packs and able to go a little bit further than the rest. Him being the leader, we should see him probably pit within the next 2 to 3 laps if I'm going to have to guess.
Yeah, if not, it's going to be this time here by, but you got some ahead of him that's out of the pits, and that pack in front of them is kind of strangled out, so they may be able to pick up some stragglers and catch up with the rest of them.
Yeah, they got a couple of lap cars that they are coming up on, and that could be a blessing in disguise. Even though they are a lap car, they can be plenty of help for the draft and allow them to, tuck one more car. And here they come. They're coming in to the pits. The 42 comes down. He gets it slowed down. Oh, the 00 did slide the tires, but he may have been able to get it slowed down quick enough. So that's going to relinquish the lead back to Kyler Wynn.
Yeah, they're just ping pong balling this lead back and forth. There's those two groups. I mean, they're just back and forth. And, their pit was on 21, so we've seen them go at least 15. So that's going to put them about 36. So there might be at least 2 more stops on this one, unless they are starting to get a good fuel idea and calculate it.
Well, I think that's what they are definitely doing. As you can see, Brandon Holder is not tucked up underneath the 94, not really pushing. So, this could be a game-winning strategy here, saving what he can for that end.
Yeah.
Brad Neer not tucked up, too far underneath the 5 there. So they're definitely spaced out, or this is, just given enough room. And it looks like we got a couple of teammates right there too, and that's going to be the 5 and the 76. Looks like they're running BK paints, unless that's just sponsors. No, I think that is teammates there.
I'm going to tell you, the way the 5 is, where he's setting in a pretty good spot because he don't have to run full throttle to stay with the pack because that draft, he's getting him from both sides. So he can probably cruise 3/4 throttle and still stay in the pack.
Yeah, but the one that is not benefiting right now that's going to be Kyler Wynn. He's out front, so he's using the most fuel. You have the 94 push, but he is actually burning the most fuel, and they are out to a 21-second lead over 7th place. So this is going to definitely be interesting, when it comes down to the final laps. Don in that number 13, he is trying to work his hardest. I don't know if they're running full throttle, but they got a lot of making up to do if they're going to catch this front pack, and they only have really 4 cars.
Yeah, and I'm looking at some of these packs. You got some they last pitted on lap 21. That was a group of 5, group of 6. And then you got a group of 4 pitted on lap 26, a group of 4 that pitted on 29, and some that pitted on 27. So nobody's on the same pit cycle, so it's liable to, it comes down to what I said earlier, Richard, whoever draws that last straw.
Yeah, and it looks like both groups have a draft car with them. You got the 6 of Kerry Whitaker, riding with this front pack of Kyler Wynn, and then you have Carl Staton. He is trying to catch up to the backpack of who is that? Don. He's trying to catch up to the 83 of that little pack. So, and then you have Joshua Doobie. He is pretty much riding all by himself. But he has a pack that's coming up on him right now, so he might be able to take the tail end of that lead pack.
Yeah, that's somewhere you don't want to be is by yourself. It's pretty much no man's land, but if he can tuck in and get behind this group right here, it'll benefit them and him as he'll still be able to be with a pack of trucks, but he may not be where he wants to be amongst that pack of trucks and positioning.
Well, you got Kyle Harbin, George Lesko, and Nash. They are all running in a pack of 3, but they are 42 seconds back from the leaders. They are actually in jeopardy if this thing goes green, of going laps down.
Oh, we've got Pitts going in again.
Oh, Kyle Wynn. So the top three, they are going in all together.
And
And
I
that's going to,
seriously think that was some last minute planning the way everybody scattered on that one. I saw one take the apron, so that was a luck right there.
looks like 84 got into his pit stop. Good. So that's going to relinquish the lead to the 17 of Brad Neer and Ryan Campbell.
And it's going to be Brandon Holder.
Let's see if I can get a
Yeah,
little bit better.
I like this 45% fuel because that's really making everybody, calculate.
Oh, we got some more takers for pit road. And that's going to be Ryan Campbell, Brian Neer, and Brandon Holder. All right, so that's going to relinquish the lead to the 13. Don's going to take over the lead unless he elects to pit. So it's going to be Don, Adam Thompson, Bryce Cobbler, William, and 83 all riding in a pack together. They are side by side. It looks like the 62 is still trying to take over that lead. Not quite going to be able to get there by himself, but he's doing his darndest on that outside, coming in at 1 and 2. 24 on the bottom. They are going to pretty much leave him out to dry. No help at all. But he's doing a pretty darn good job of trying to hang in there all by himself. We should see this lead pack be pitting very soon.
Yeah, they should be coming up on it any minute. It seems everybody's running anywhere between 13 to about 16 laps on a tank. So
with 25 laps to go, I do want to point out that the fifth place on back, they did pit from the lead. They were running, I think it was 1, 2, and 5th place, and now they come out with Kyler Wynn in the 5th position. He is in a really good position. Him and Christopher and Kenneth, they are all in good positions because all these other guys are going to pit, and they're going to have a substantial lead over everybody else.
Yeah, I'm sitting here watching the relative time, and they're catching that front four. That front four is not sticking together like they need to, and they're going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, with that 62, actually it's 5 because you got a lap car in that little pack, so they should be able to lead or run faster lap times than the 3 behind them, but they are not, and they are down. They have already knocked off 1 second, so 5th place is catching up to 4th. Very, very quickly. With every lap, they're knocking off a second, maybe more. Thank you, Mix Master. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate you. Definitely telling everybody to spread the love or show some love.
You can tell the difference between that front 5 and the back of Kyler and the McCullens. They're staying snug, bumper to bumper. As the front pack right there, they're kind of spreading out just a little bit. So they've cut that lead down about 3 seconds in about 2 laps. So
yeah, they are definitely coming quick, fast, and in a hurry. The next pack is going to be Campbell. Campbell leading the next pack, and they are 2 wide, running down the backstretch, coming into turn number 3. And this is a great battle, all battling for the 9th position. And it looks like George is going to take it over as of right now. He's going to take over that 9th spot. He's only up 1 spot from where he started, but it's definitely a great 3 side-by-side battle, 3-way side-by-side battle.
yeah, they're closing down on them. So I can expect Kyler and them to be catching them here probably within the next lap or 2.
Yeah, they are down to 7 seconds now, and they were at 12. So they are tucked up and, running fast lap times. And either way it goes, you still have to stop another time. So Kyle, Christopher, and Kenneth might have the winning strategy unless the caution comes out. And they're looking to put, other cars a lap down once they go into the pits.
Oh, and your front pack just decided to
Ooh.
pit. That was
All at the
close.
same time. Yeah, they are 3 wide going into the pits. Holy cow.
Well,
All right.
that 94 is right up there on that 84. You couldn't put a piece of paper between the two of them. He's pushing.
So we got an even bigger pack back here, and that's going to be the 8, the 17, and the 5. We saw them running with the top 3 at one time, and that's going to be from 4th on down to looks like 10th, or is it 12th?
I believe 6 is on the tail end of that.
Nope, 6 is running by himself. That's Andrew. The last guy in that front pack, besides a lap down car, is going to be PJ. So you got 4th on back to 10th, riding in that second pack, and that's a huge pack. So they are clicking down some time off of the leaders, but it's not enough to actually make a difference. They're not clicking off the time that small pack was, catching Kevin Winker, who was it? Don and Adam Thompson. So all these guys got to really get tucked in together to make up that time.
Yeah, that second pack's going into 3 and 4, and you've got that lead pack coming through the trioval right now. So, but we still got to be a couple more pits, at least one more. We know.
Oh, pit road is going to be really, really busy. Oh, got somebody locking it down, but I do believe they got to slow down a little. Like who was that? The 23 or the 4 truck. No, I'm sorry, that was Nash. The 23. It looks like he got a little bit sideways coming into pit road, but he was able to get it straightened out and make his pit stop. So don't think there's any harm there. PJ made his pit. Looks like they're gonna relinquish their spots over to Ryan Campbell, Brad Neer, Brandon Holder. Looks like they are in and out with 19 laps to go. Not a caution yet. What an amazing race. No caution. Super speedway racing. Guys are not getting all crazy. They know there's money on the line. They know they only have one fast repair, and I don't think anybody had to use their fast repair.
Not yet, but we've still got about 18 to go, and I have a feeling that when we get down to about 4, 5, we're going to see a whole different type of race going on.
Oh, the leaders are putting more people down. Look at this. So looks like our leaders have caught George Lesko, Bryce Cobbler. Nash is about to go a lap down. PJ is going a lap down. And Kyle Harbin going a lap down. Wow.
And that was a group of 4 that they went by like that.
Yeah, so they will get their lap back when the leaders pit, but that group has to pit again. So therefore, they're already a lap down. They're going to have a tough time. A caution is going to have to come out for them to get their lap back. There's no other way.
And you know something too, Richard? That lap right there, them top 3, they just put the fastest times down with the 51.65.
Well, they definitely got the winning strategy with 17 laps to go. It is still green flag racing. You do have a group of lap cars right behind your leaders, and the car that is leading that lap down pack is going to be the 9 of Kyle Harbin, and it looks like him and the 23 of Nash, they are going to try it on the outside and get their lap back the hard way. Bryce Cobbler is looking to go on the outside, him in that number 24 Chevrolet, and they are going to make it 2 wide as they come into turn 1, coming out of turn 2. Still side-by-side racing. Now, if I was this front pack, I would not race them too hard. You don't want to get into an incident, being that far ahead, because you have 7th place is 32 seconds back. And the 23 cuts down real fast. And it looks like the 84 had to check up just a little bit. And that 84 of Kyle, Christopher, and Kenneth have it going on right now. They have this race locked in if they play their cards right. You got that other small pack, and that's going to be Campbell, Neer, and Holder. They are about 8 seconds back. They're not making up much time, but they are making up a little bit, so they might have a chance. With 15 to go, we're going to start seeing more green flag pit stops here very shortly.
Yeah, and the way it playing out, this right here is probably going to be, after we get done with this green flag cycle, it's going to be the last green flag pit stops we have. Everything else is going to be a race to the end or cautions. But hopefully no cautions. It's been a pretty green and clean race so far.
Go back and check on this pack back here. Let's check and see what Ryan Campbell has going on. He is the lead car of that little second pack there. And looks like they are all nose and tail. They are making, like I said, they are making time up, but I don't know if they're going to have enough time to make it. You need to make it there before these guys pit. But I don't know if you're going to get there. These guys have obviously have ran together because they are making it happen, between Kyler, Christopher, and Kenneth. They are making it happen. They are clicking off time, making up time. I think with the bigger pack, that has slowed them down enough to allow this second pack to make up ground. So with 14 laps to go, coming to 13 to go, it looks like our leaders are going to be making their final pit stop. 84, 94, you got PJ in there. You got Kenneth in there. 00 was almost off the track.
I think PJ called that cone, and I think he's going to have to serve up with a penalty on that one.
Oh, I hate to see that. He was already a lap down. You don't want another penalty being a lap down already, because if the caution came out, he was actually in that lucky dog spot. But if he catches penalty, that's going to give the lucky dog spot up to Whitaker. And it looks like the 03 is out. It looks like everybody made it out. 03 needs to catch up just a little bit, and they do. And looks like Ryan Campbell is going to be your current leader, along with Brad Neer, and Brandon Holder is going to be third. Now, they came out, and it looks like that small pack that did pit, they came out, the lowest they're going to go down looks like it's probably going to be about 9th. Oh, no. I think 7th.
7th, 8th, and 9th for them three, so that's not too bad. And, considering that Brian, Brad, and Brandon still will have to pit.
Yeah, they're only 20 seconds back, really. So 27 seconds back, and that pack is they've got a pack in front of them, gonna be pitting. And the 88 was having a little bit of trouble slowing it down again. But
you gotta start calling him Little Kenny Rogers. He's gambling it.
So now they're up to 4th with Kyler, Christopher, and Kenneth up to 4th position, 4th, 5th, and 6th. They're just waiting on that very front pack to make their pit stops, and they are not very far. They actually, the current leaders are pitting right now. So it looks like they're gonna make up a lot of ground. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out, because they are coming out of 3 and 4, and those guys haven't made it to their pit box yet. So it looks like Kyler, Christopher, and Kenneth are going to retake the top 3 spots.
And I tell you what, I have a feeling, we've got 12 to go. Here in a few laps, we're gonna see a good little battle, I think, with Brian, Brandon, Brad, Kyler, Chris, and Kenneth. And now you got Adam Thompson, throw him into the mix.
Yeah, I do believe you are right about that. And now they have stretched that lead out to about 6 seconds. Adam Thompson right behind our leaders, and he will be diving in shortly. He does not have enough fuel to make it, so we will see him dive in shortly. But Ryan Campbell is going to be the first one out from that pack that did pit. Brandon Holder is going to be second, and Brad Neer is going to be your third one out of that pit cycle.
Well, as it's sitting right now, Richard, Brandon's going to be the last one collecting any money off this race, so I wouldn't be expecting to see him and Brad have a little battle back there for that fifth and sixth position.
Well, I believe the battle will be a good battle, but you know, it's your teammate. You're running the same sponsor, so y'all have been working together this whole race. You know, if it were me, I'd want to see my teammate win. You know, just to get our names out there. He's going to give his shout outs to his teammate for all the help. So I think these guys are probably communicating. It doesn't matter who wins or who loses, as long as we make that top five.
Teammate or not, I'm going after the money. I'm gonna run you down to the yellow line through the apron on that last lap. Come through the tri-oval.
And remind me never to run a money race with you.
Well, what I say and what I do is two different things now.
Exactly. But back up front, we are still riding with Kyler Wynn. He qualified first, and he is still in command of this race lead. Christopher and Kenneth might have something to say about that later on with only 9 laps to go. They might have something to say about it when it comes down to that checkered flag. But as of right now, they are still running 1, 2, and 3 with Christopher and Kenneth still up 14 and 15 spots from where they started. Like I said, what an amazing strategy these guys pulled if they pull off the 1, 2, 3 finish.
Yeah,
and
but don't be mistaken, because that second pack right there, Brandon, Brad, and Ryan, they're cutting into that lead. They're at 10 seconds now, and it's slowly dropping.
Yeah, it's slowly dropping, but they're not dropping enough. With only 8 seconds or 8 laps left to go, they would have to be putting up a second or more to catch this little pack of 5. But they're not doing that. Either they would have to really get up nose to tail to catch this pack, and be clicking off minute and a half, or a second and a half each lap, or somewhere equivalent. But they're not doing that, so I don't know if they have enough time.
Well, the tight as they're running, it's going to be interesting, because you've got that pack up there of Kyler, Chris, and Kenneth with Adam, and then you've got Brandon, who he's just kind of leading the charge of that second pack, and we'll see these lap times.
Now, with Adam being in the pits right now, see, they are not tucked up like they were before, and when they were making crazy fast laps with 7 laps to go as they went across the finish line. They are not making the crazy fast laps because they are not tucked up, underneath each other. Looks like the 03 might be laying back just a little bit further than he was when they were running by themselves. Also, you have who is that, PJ, in that mix, so he is pretty much a help car, but that they're coming to 6 to go. They're going to have to make up quite a bit.
Looking by the times, that front 3, they was running 52 and a halves, and that second group of 6 actually dropped in about a 51/8. So a little bit faster, but that's a lot of time to make up in the short amount of laps they've got left.
Yeah, they're not putting down a full second, and they need to put down at least 1.2 seconds to catch this front pack with 6 laps to go, coming to the 5 when they cross the start finish line. They really need to buckle down and get it together. They are running with a three pack. It looks like the 58 maybe. Yeah, that's the 58. He just dropped in, going to try to help him, but I think he just lost that little bit of draft that he did have. So they're coming out of turn 3 and 4, and it looks like our leaders are just now getting to the tri-oval. So still got a lot of racing left to go with 5 to go.
Richard, they're down to 7 seconds.
7 seconds. They're still going to have to tuck it up. But once they start getting closer, these top 3, as you can see, they are spaced out at least a tenth of a second back from Christopher, from Wynn's bumper. Kenneth is about another tenth of a second behind him. So they are not quite bumper to bumper like these guys. They get closer, you're gonna see them get real tight.
Yeah, with 5 to go, I mean, they're cutting into the lead. They're just now hit the 6 second mark on being behind them. So, if they catch them, it's going to be right there when it counts.
And it looks like we had some late pit stoppers. That's going to be Nash, Kyle Harbin, and George Lesko. So they are now lap down. We only have 9 cars on the lead lap. And with 4 to go, still 7 seconds, behind is going to be Brandon Holder, Brad Neer, and Ryan Campbell. So they still have a lot of work to do and not enough time to do it unless the caution comes out. And I hate to say it there, Jeremy, but you have Kyler Wynn as your pick. And now he has been running great. Good job to Kyler Wynn, controlling the race, having a great time. But these 2 guys behind him, I think they're going to have something to say about the win. And one of the, those 2 are definitely in my pick book. And so I'm a winner so we're all winners either way.
Well, it's coming down to 3 to go, and they've got it down to about 6.5 seconds, but they ain't making up the time that they need to be. So unless something drastic happens, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to throw it out there that those top 3, when they cross that start finish, their truck's going to be getting ready to shut off any minute.
I don't know necessarily. We don't know exactly how far they can go, which, I think the 94 and the 03 are good on fuel. They've been right there in the draft. The one I would be worried about the most is the 84. He's been leading that race, but him not letting off or not dropping to the back of that pack, that just tells me right there he has the fuel.
Yeah, and you can see they're catching on that other pack of 4 right there in front of them. So if they get close enough to them, that might ease up a little bit of the fuel usage.
Yeah, and the last guy on the end of that pack is going to be William, and in that number 83. These guys, if they go a lap down, that's going to only leave a few guys on the lead lap, and that's going to be 6 guys. So, and they've caught them.
Richard,
So what do?
There it is. The green flag's dropped. Or the white flag.
There's the white flag. So you got the 84, you got the 94, you got the 03. They are coming up on lap traffic. Is the 83 going to give him any trouble? Yes, he does. He goes up high and kind of cuts off the leader just a little bit. So the leader had to check up.
Yeah, that was a smooth move by Kyler right there. He used the truck as a pick.
Now that's going to mess it up. Now, if this 94 or 03 wants anything out of this, they're going to have to make the move as they come out of turn 4. The 94 is not going to leave the 03, but the 03 is going to leave the 94. You got a little bit of door bang. Can the 03 get there? Not quite.
Oh.
84 is going to take it. Kyler will win. Kyler Wynn, Christopher, and Kenneth, your top 3, with Brad Neer going to come in 4th. Ryan Campbell is going to come in 5th. So congratulations to these guys. They put up a heck of a fight. There was only really 7 or 6 trucks on the lead lap. But the 3 biggest movers of the race is going to be Brad Neer, Kenneth McCullen, and Christopher. Those are your 3 biggest movers of the race. And Kyler Wynn, he started on the pole and he finished in victory lane. So great job by these guys. Great strategy. And just give us a moment and we will get your top 3 up in the booth. All right, good evening, gentlemen. Great race. We saw y'all all in the same team chat, so we just decided to bombard you. This is Richard and Jeremy up in the booth. How are y'all doing?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Oh man, we're doing great, man. What a great strategy. Obviously, Jeremy picked uh, Kyler to win,
Oh,
and
that was awesome.
I picked you to Kenneth and Christopher. So I picked you two for the win because I saw that y'all are family, so I knew y'all would work together at least until that last lap, and it kind of played out for me. So second and third, not too bad. Y'all pulled it off an amazing strategy. You had only 6 cars on the lead lap. Y'all made so many passes, worked so great together. Man, talk about your race just a little bit.
Yeah, we started to do the three stop pit strategy there. Try it. I'm glad we went the other way. It gave us a huge lead there at the end. Got a little interested there with all the cars we caught there on the last lap, though.
Yes, it did. I saw a little bit of block from the 83, got it right in front of Kyler, and kind of checked up Kyler a little bit, but y'all all managed to keep those trucks straight. No, nothing major happened, and because that's definitely not something you want to see. But still, I mean, good moves there, dealing with lap traffic, putting them a lap down, and you you and y'all two had a little bit of battle for second and third. Couldn't quite get there, but you still finished very well.
Yeah, we were working all good with being teammates together, so it didn't really matter on which one of us finished first, second, or third. We just did not want to wreck each other for sure.
Definitely not. Well, great finish, man. Shout outs are yours. You definitely deserve that, and I hope you're staying for the next race because we want to see what kind of strategy you pull at the next one.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be in the next one. Yeah, I'd just like to thank y'all for doing the broadcast and thank Terry and there for putting this thing on. They do an awesome job over here. Thank my teammates.
Awesome, awesome. Is
Kenneth,
Kyler?
yeah, we heard from Kenneth. I don't know if he may be the team captain there, but we got the top three right here with us. So y'all
Yeah,
just
yeah.
take turns.
Christopher, come on in. Come on, give us some of your feedback too.
How's it going, guys?
It's going great, man. Sat there and watched a good race. Never seen so many people lap down, without having cautions.
Yeah, it's all about getting on and off pit road and hitting your marks. Well, all three of us, we didn't make no mistakes. We got on and off, and we checked up on pit exit just to make sure we got hooked up, and it worked out. We had another group of three that was right there with us, but something happened entering one of them pit stops, and it built our lead up, and they just didn't have enough time to run us back down. But we run really good together. I'm glad Kyler could have got the win there. I wish I could have moved up in front of Kenny a little sooner, but I just making sure we didn't wreck.
Well, you definitely did a really good job, especially dealing with that lap traffic. Like I was saying, the 83 kind of threw a little bit of a block on the leader there and checked y'all up a little bit. But man, not bad at all.
Did y'all get kind of panicky right there when you came up on the 83 and Kyler had to swing high fast and y'all two back behind him? Y'all kind of seemed like y'all got stuck behind the 83 for a minute, and then that pack up by the wall. It seemed like it was a hairy situation there for a second.
Yeah, it was pretty hairy, and Kyler worked so good with us that I just wanted to make sure that he had a good shot at trying to get the win, and I kind of just screwed the pooch on it and didn't move up in front of Kenny. But like I said, I'm just glad we finished 1, 2, 3 and have no hard feelings, and we can focus on going into the next one.
Well, definitely can't wait for the next one, and might be my pick again.
Yeah, with these next gen cars, it's really going to be a tale of two different races. I think these cars, next cars, are going to be you're going to get a lot bigger pool, and we'll just see how it goes.
Absolutely. Now, one quick question: how were you guys on fuel? Was fuel any issue at any point?
We had about another lap there at the end. Maybe it could have went 2 laps.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking y'all were good, but I wasn't quite sure. But either way, I think y'all would have pulled it off. So great job, guys. Y'all were the biggest movers of the race. 14 and 15 spots. You started in the back, went all the way to the front, and stayed at the front. So awesome job on that, also.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun to get in here and run these clean races and get a lot of pit stops and let our driver skill show. That's for sure.
Definitely, definitely. Well, Kyler, are you in here?
Yep.
Jeremy, I'll let you take this one.
Kyler, you started at the front, you finished at the front. Your last name had win in it. I pulled for the win. So, I mean, y'all worked well together. It's like I was saying to Chris and Kenneth both, right there with that 83, when y'all came up on all those cars, it kind of got a little bit sketchy. I mean, there was a whole lot of shifting up. I mean, was you worried that, somebody was fixing to swing high and try to throw a block being a lap car?
Oh yeah. No, I wasn't really concerned with a block. It looked like that one dude was trying to throw a block, but he was trying to go high. So race control told them to go high when we were catching them, catching the white flag there, and about half of them went high, half of them didn't. So I had to go middle, and then we all got jumbled up. But fortunately, I think that helped me because if those lap cars weren't there and we were on the bottom, I think Kenneth and Christopher could have easily went around me on the top.
I was planning on making it 3 wide. That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah. So
We had the drone set up for it right there, watching y'all come across start finish, just wondering if anybody was going to get just a little bit selfish and go after that extra little pot of money, because green can make you mean when it comes down to that last lap.
yeah, we all wanted to finish top 3. That was the goal at the end of the race. Chris had a great strategy throughout the whole race. I got to thank him for that. Got us out to I think we won by 7 seconds. So it was fun.
Well, we've got Taryn who's dropped in here, so we're gonna let him have a few words. As everybody out there watching, just hang around. We're switching tracks, and gonna be coming right back to it probably the next 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, proud of the guys tonight. It was definitely a clean race, so it made my job pretty easy. So yeah, it was fun seeing a lot of the pit strategies come into play, and yeah, I had some issues like some guys not following directions going high, but luckily they kept it clean there at the end and made it to the finish for a clean finish. And but yeah, working on getting the next lobby set up for the next gen cars, and we'll be at Daytona next, and hopefully we'll have a good clean race there as well.
Absolutely. Can't wait to watch that one. And I just want to say,
What's going on, Jeremy? Y'all hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. How's everything been going over here?
Oh, it's been going great. I was just about to go down and see if I can talk to some of the drivers and see if we can get what they believe a fuel run is going to be.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because this is our first next gen race, so I'm even curious on what it would be.
So same rules apply. So 45% fuel and one fast repair. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Definitely
Yeah.
might grab somebody up and talk to them a little bit, see what they think a fuel run might possibly be, so we can know what to look out for.
Heck, you want to pull Kenneth in here and see what he thinks?
Yeah, let's pull him in.
All right, I'll do that for you real quick. Hey, Kenneth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, we got Richard here with you.
Kenneth, can you give us any kind of idea of what a fuel run is going to be for the next gens with the 45% fuel?
We're not 100% yet. We're trying to figure that out now. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time, but we're trying to calculate it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, it looks like it's going to be an interesting race for sure. All right, Kenneth, appreciate you jumping in here. I'll go ahead and drag you back down, and good luck tonight.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, well, there you have it, Richard.
To be determined. All right, got it. Well, I don't know exactly where Jeremy went, but
Probably just taking them a little break. But yeah, man, the broadcast is awesome. Appreciate y'all doing that for me, and keep up the great work. And I'll even after all this, I'll share your link on the Facebook page and everything, and try to help you guys out.
oh, we definitely appreciate that, man. It, like I said, man, I'm not too fond of money races, but these guys, don't seem like they're just. These guys seem like they're level headed. They know you can't make it if your car's all wrecked out, and you might see me join some of these if I got the time off from broadcasting.
Yeah, well, I mean, would love to have you, and I mean, like, I guess I can take this as like a first impression of our quality races to you. You know what I mean? And I even told the guys during the drivers briefing before the truck race, I'm like, it really just comes down to respecting one another. Like, don't make any moves that are unnecessary early in a race or something like that. So
Yeah. And we'll stay in your Discord. I mean, I don't foresee me leaving the Discord because I want to stay up to par on things. But anytime you have these, make sure you put a poster out. We'll post them on our Facebook. So so we can try to get some of our guys involved that follow us.
yeah, for sure. And I mean, you really don't know what will happen. I mean, we might use you again. And yeah, I mean, in my like, when we started this, like, I was all about supporting other leagues and communities and everything like that, and they all returned the favor to me. And so that's how we just continued to grow. And I mean, ultimately, me and Brian created this to serve the drivers, and that's why we want clean races, so guys can get in here and enjoy the race and not get wrecked out within 5 laps or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. Let's see how many people we got. It looks like
But it's funny
big deal.
because I was talking to another fellow broadcaster, and I made a comment to him. There are more events out there than there are broadcasters. so so there so everybody's looking for a broadcaster when they put on, you know, leagues or money events or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but we try to stay reasonable. A lot of people, you know, we see a lot of people that you know, love to charge like a lot for weekends, especially it being a holiday weekend. And
Yeah.
we were fortunate enough to be able to not have anything going on tonight because you know the league that we usually broadcast for was off for the week for the holiday. So we're glad it worked out that way. So we were able to do this.
Oh yeah, I was I was looking around everywhere. I reached out to Full Send, and they were out of town or something, and then I had another guy, and he couldn't do it because he was already racing in a race or something like that. So I was just like, oh man. So luckily PJ found you guys, and here we are.
Absolutely. How
I
many
mean, heck,
people?
man, y'all had at one time y'all had 20 plus viewers. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, we actually have a pretty good community that we've built between Full Send, Numb Thumbs Gaming, and we have Slingshot Racing League. They're going to start up at 87 League. So, you know, those guys they're all great and helping supporting us, and you know they're always looking for something fun to do on their off time too. So definitely, if we take something back to them and say, hey, you got the time off, come do this, you know, they'll I'm pretty sure you'll see those guys. So we
Yeah,
all support
yeah.
each other.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I noticed you had a good amount of followers on Twitch. Looks like you got 359. Like that's awesome.
Yep, we're trying to grow. We're trying to get there, and we're still kind of new. Jeremy, he came over from the Heat side, Heat 5 off of Xbox, and I came over to iRacing. They all talked me up coming in to iRacing because I was pretty good at Heat 5. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot, and got on here and started broadcasting, and didn't really race, but I'm pretty darn good, and I kind of cheat a little bit and buy my setups, but nothing wrong
Hey,
with that.
there ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, honestly, you know, I came over from Heat 5 too on PlayStation, and I mean, I was so not skeptical. I just kept putting it off, like from getting iRacing, and I just caved in one day. I'm just like, you know, let's just check it out, man. And it is just a world of difference. Like it is insane. Just all the physics and how everything reacts, and if you have a good wheel too, like that changes a lot as well.
Yeah, I went out and bought the Fanatec setup, and I can't believe how much it's changed my racing.
Oh, you went that route. Okay.
Yeah, I bought the Fanatec. I got the GT Omega cockpit and everything, and yeah, I got a pretty good setup.
That's awesome, man. I mean, I would love to do that, but I think my wife would kill me. Just, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw in the Discord. I took a picture of my little desk setup, you know, earlier today, getting everything ready for tonight, and you know, I just got 3 monitors, and I got a G29 Logitech,
That's,
so nothing too fancy.
I hope she's not watching, but I told her I won mine in a sweepstakes. I couldn't justify spending over $2,000.
Wow, I need to try that one.
I
No,
don't think
I can.
I don't think she believed it, but I tried it.
I completely understand, man.
Hey, maybe when we get enough people to buy some of those Premier setups, we might both can just get us a full car motion rig in there.
Yeah.
Well, qualifying has commenced, and looks like we got 8 people that have put in a qualifying lap so far. But not a bad turnout. Not a bad turnout so far.
Yep, pretty happy with it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to race admins and let y'all do y'all's thing, and we'll talk to y'all after the race.
All righty, sounds good. Appreciate
All
it.
right, thanks, guys. Yes, sir.
Well, Richard, I saw the name in the Discord. I don't think he joined in on this one, but it was Corey.
Corey.
Yeah, the one in the
Oh.
OSRN money race that we sponsored that night that got a P3 out of it through the grass.
Yeah, I wish we would have joined in. You know, it would have been good to see him in here, but yeah, I don't see him joined up. Man, I wish he would have been able to do that. But you know, looking at the times, you see who's back on the poll as of right now.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna see if I can go 2 for 2. I'm gonna stick with the lone Canadian again.
Oh, look, there's some Fords in this one too, and 2 Toyotas. Okay, so we got a room full of Chevys, 3 Fords, and 2 Toyotas. So not a bad looking field. Not a bad looking field at all. I'm gonna go with either. I'm hoping that SDK is gonna have, or everybody has the right number stamped on it. But I'm gonna go with either the 1 or the 03 again. You know, they all 3 worked really well together. But I think either Christopher or Kenneth is gonna win this one.
But you know, it's next gen. It's a whole new. The bump draft is a whole lot different. I mean, we've got 17 out there, so you know it's going to be anybody's ball game in this one.
Yeah, 60 laps at a 2.5 mile track is a lot, and you know it's anybody's ball game. This car is a different beast in itself, and you know it's going to be anybody's race. And all these guys are really good. They are very respectful. We saw a lot of teamwork, you know, happening in the truck race. So it's really anybody's race tonight. And I wish them all luck. Wish they could all be winners, but unfortunately, only one can be. And you know, I can't wait for the next one to come up, and we have some free time, and I want to join in and race with these guys.
Yeah, I may have to jump in there with you on it. We have to drag those SBRN cars out of the garage and see what we can do here.
Blow the dust off them.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? David Hayden. Is that his name? The one that has the rustic paint scheme on his.
Yeah.
Our cars will be looking like those. We haven't raced them in such a long time.
It'll be looking like the Hudson Hornet.
Well, it looks like they are all gridding in. We got that factory setups. Number 82 leading the pack. We got a 60. It kind of looks like a repeat, but we got a Toyota Camry of Adam Thompson. He's taking second. I think they started 1-2 last time. We got George Lesko in third. PJ in his number 14 Chevrolet in fourth. Fifth, we got Josh Doobie in his Wrangler Chevrolet. Nash Brambilla in his number 2 Ford. Doritos Ford at that, making me hungry. Sitting in seventh. Eighth is going to be Kerry Whitaker. Ninth is going to be Brad Neer. 10th is going to be Brandon Holder.
Running
we got
out 11th, we're going to have one of the chosen ones that finished the top 2, Christopher McCullen. And then starting 11th, we're going to have Brandon Holder. 13th is going to be the 03 of Kenneth McCullen. And then 14th is going to be a 54 of Don. 15th is going to be Kyle Harbin. 16th is going to be Andrew. And, well, 16th now is going to be Carl Stanton. And we're going to see if Carl can do those hot pit laps like he did last time, and it looks like Ryan Campbell may not have loaded in, so that threw everything off for me.
Yeah, maybe he might start from the pits. I don't know exactly for sure, but we still have 16 drivers still competing for that pot, and we are going green as of right now. And Kyler Winter has a pretty good jump on the 62 of Adam Thompson. Adam Thompson trying to get that outside lane to get it together and catch up to the leader, but nope, he found a space and he's going to dive down to the bottom. Now we've seen the top line at Daytona be faster than the bottom lane, so if they can get this top lane hooked up, I think they can move. I think we can see these guys move around and go towards the front. And it looks like Kyler's going to go towards the back and help his teammates. We saw this last time.
He dropped down below the yellow and let a few go by. So I mean, there is wow, that's dedication and teamwork right there.
Absolutely, and that's going to turn over the lead to George Lesko, and he is going to try to get his Ford to lead a lap, and he is going to do it pushed by Nash Brambilla. So they are going to be your 1-2 as of right now. 69 of Kerry Whitaker in third. Fourth is going to be Adam Thompson. So he's fell back a couple spots, but not too far back. He'll be the first Toyota in the top 5.
Yeah, we're seeing it seems like they're being conservative, but still a little bit aggressive on that first couple laps. So we might see a whole different ballpark than what we did on that truck race.
Yeah, this, like I was saying before, this is a whole different beast of a car, and you got two trying to make something happen on the outside, and that's going to be PJ and Don. They are trying to make that 00 and 54 work up to the front, but they just don't have enough cars to get there. You see the Wrangler car, he peaked out a little bit. Number 15 Wrangler, he peaked out just a little bit, but then he tucked right back in, and that 00 and that 54 are actually making some moves. Just a 2-car train.
Yeah, but that side draft, if they're able to stick it and stick together, they can pull positions on the high side, especially if that low line, any of them just check up just a tad bit. That's going to give 00. Well, it looks like right now he's got a chance where he could leave the 54, but he's opting to stay with them. And I think he honestly thought about it, but 24 just kind of shut the door on him.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to, with only 3 laps in, and it looks like they got another car going up high, a couple more maybe taking it. But 3 laps in, you want to see who you can work with and who you can't. And he's going to stick out there and, help that guy in the 54, but the 54 actually just left him. Never mind. He found out who his friend was.
Yes. Well, he was losing a little bit of the draft, so he may have used the oh, never mind.
I was about to say, I think you may have been right, but then he dives back in behind the 24 and takes that low line. So it leaves PJ out to dry just a little bit, but he's got the 31 right there behind him. And let's see if they make another move on the outside. 31 is going to stay on the outside with 76 in tow. So they are going to try to see what the outside line could do. It looks like the 24 is going to look up high just a little bit, coming through the tri-oval, and they're going to make it a 3-car train.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little bit more aggressive on that high side, as they're slowly picking them off one by one. Everybody's starting to see, that high side's not checking up near as much, and you've got those 4 up top actually putting a run on the 5 you've got down below.
Yeah, they still got a little bit of work to do before they can get up to George Nash and Kerry. And those two have broken away about a half a second, but that pack behind them is kind of making up a little bit of ground. But they are pretty much bumper to bumper for those top 3. And we are definitely going to see a lot of strategy, especially coming from that 82, that 1 and 03. We saw it before in the truck race, and we are definitely going to see it again here in the Cup race, as they have fell to the back and they are just pretty much along for the ride for right now, seeing what they can do for fuel.
Yeah, usually you see Talladega is wider, so you're liable to see more 3 wide there. But Daytona, everybody's got that mentality. Hey, we can put it 3 or 4 wide here. and it don't sometimes work in your favor, especially if you stick in the middle. It's a whole new can of worms you don't want to open, especially on lap 6 this early in the race.
Well, looks like we got a challenge, a little bit of a challenge from the outside line for the lead, and that's going to be Bryce Cobbler on the outside in his number 24 Chevrolet being pushed by Brandon Holter. They have made the outside work, and they are right there battling for that top spot with the 31 pushing the 24, the 2 and the 8 down low, trying to make something happen with the 89 pushing also on that low line. So the top line is going to be a little bit faster than the low line as they come down the backstretch. It's still anybody's lap to lead at this point as they go into turn number 3.
Yeah, you got that high line is trying to get the edge out, but I keep watching that 76 coming under the turns. He drifts up a little too high. It seems like it gets close to that wall. So, and you just see right there, you had a major shift where Bryce went down on the inside, and that actually cost him the lead. So it's a 3 up high and about 8 down low. If those 8 down low can form up, you might have something, but don't look right now because you've got that 15 of Josh Doobie who is coming into the picture real quick in that Wrangler.
Yeah, he's definitely got a very big run on that outside, but he's going to tuck in behind, behind, what is that, a 62? Oh, no, that was a 34, and 34 left him out to dry. No help for the 15 at all, so the 15 is going to be stuck on the outside all by himself, and he's going to lose a bunch of positions, but Brandon Holder was able to take that top spot with Brad Neer pushing the back bumper of his Chevrolet. So Ford pushing a Chevy to the line, and Brad Holder is going to lead that lap.
I'm going to tell you, if I was a 15, I wouldn't be too worried. I would actually drop it back just a little bit more, and I'd team up back there with Kyler, Chris, and Ken. So, dropping positions like that's not too detrimental right now because you got your good pack back there that you can hook up with, and we've seen they work well as a team, so they may be looking to adopt.
Yeah, you are definitely right. They do have the right strategies, the right teamwork going on, and even though they're not in communication, I'm pretty sure there is some kind of communication in the race chat, so he'll know when they're pitting or whatnot. But anybody that's willing to help me, I'm willing to help them, and that's probably like you said, that's probably what I would do.
We've seen Ron Campbell. He's finally loaded in. He's going to be sitting about 6 laps down, but it's not necessarily out of the woodwork for him because the possibility of having 6 cautions is there, especially here at Daytona.
Yeah, you're always expecting that big one to happen. We were expecting, to at least to see something at Talladega, but we did not. And I don't know if we're going to see that here. We're already 10 laps in, not a caution in sight. Everybody's being respectful. Now, when it comes 5 to go, it could be something a little bit different. But these guys are all nose to tail pretty much as far as the eye can see. And that 76 is all over the back bumper of that 31. No too wide racing as far back, but we might see it here shortly.
I don't know. I mean, everybody's staying it seems like everybody's pretty content right now as they're, you see the 2 car, he thinks about it, but at the same time, you think about it, that's when you lose positions. So just go with your instincts because you've been doing it long enough on here. You know what you can do and what your car can and can't do, but it's the other 17 people that's out there on the track you've got to really worry about.
Yeah, Joshua Doobie, he is looking into the outside. He is trying to get somebody to make some moves with him, but nobody is willing to go on that outside as of yet. But he is still sticking his nose out there and trying to see who is gonna be his teammate and work his way up to the front.
Yeah, he's kind of the glue right now that's keeping Kyler with the rest of the pack. I'm pretty sure they're getting a small little draft off of him. It may not be much, but and here we've got it going. The 88's looking to make the run with 15 on the high side as they're going into 3 and 4.
Oh, and the 88 makes 2 passes and leaves the 15 out to drive. Will the 15 be able to make it past? nope, they're going to close up the gap and he's going to be stuck out to dry. Now, if I was that 15, I would just drift on back. You got a small little pack, and that is going to be the 54 is the last car there. So that's going to be Kyler Wynn and Christopher Kenneth and PJ and Andrew. I would go back and hang out with these guys here. These guys, like you said, have the strategy. They have the teamwork, and they can make moves together.
Well, we've got
Very
our
well
buds
coordinated.
at Burnt Rubber Media out there dropping in. I'm pretty sure that's going to be Terry at the helm right now on that one. So appreciate you dropping by, brother.
Absolutely. Hey there, Terry. Definitely glad to see you.
But here we go again, Richard. You're seeing them threes hitting early. So they may have been able to get the fuel figured out on it with that little practice run they had.
Yeah, there was not a lot of laps, put down in the practice run, but they did get enough to figure it out. And, they were the only 3 to pit. So that's going to allow PJ and Andrew to get up to the tail end of this pack, and they might try to start making some moves with this 15. He is still sticking his nose out there, trying to make something happen, but nobody wants to go with him. And the longer he stays out there, he might lose 2 more positions if there's not an opening.
Being the 15, being Josh, if that's 3 or 4 times I had somebody outside and I pushed them to a position. I just get to the point where, you know what, I'm going my own thing. If you follow me, you do. If you don't, to hell with you, because he's been left out to dry too many times early in this race.
Christopher had some trouble in pit road, and he is without teammates, so he is coming out of the pits by himself. So that's going to leave Kyler and Kenneth running by themselves. He had a 47-second pit stop, a total of 1 minute and 11 seconds from start to finish. So he may have taken time. No,
It's looking more like a penalty. Yep. He didn't quite get lucky and smoke them like the 88 did that last race.
The brakes on these cars are very different from the trucks. I've heard people say you have to pump them to get them to do right without locking up. So these cars are definitely a different beast, but we're still up front, riding with the leader, and that's going to be the 31 of Brandon Holder. He is up 9 positions along with Brad Neer. He's up also 9 positions. That can't be right. Oh yeah, it was right. 9 positions. And they're running 1 and 2. So we're gonna see some strategy probably playing out here in the next few laps. Probably get about, I'm gonna say, what do you think, Jeremy? About 20 laps per tank?
Yeah, well, you saw Kyler and them pit on lap 13, so they may be setting up for about a 4 or 5 pit stop run.
Well, we'll have to see how their strategy plays out, as they are about 38 seconds behind the leader. They're not losing time, though. They are in a 2-car pack, and they're slowly, very slowly, taking that time down from 38 seconds. They're about 38.2 right now, and they're not losing time, but they're not really gaining time either with only 2 cars.
No, it's hard to really make a 2-car run unless...
More takers on pit road. Let's see how this plays out. Slow it down. Oh, we had contact.
There it is.
And that's going to be the 88 again. The 88 of Carl Staten got into the 76. And yeah, that is not going to be good. They're probably going to have to use that fast repair to get those cars fixed up. But may see some penalties.
Yeah,
and one looks like the 31 may have missed his pit box. I can't exactly see who that is. Yeah, I believe that's the 31.
Yeah, you can see the 88. He came in too hard. He got 2 cars. He nailed the 76 and the 55, or the registered is the 24. But that's going to be some, not good.
More takers on pit road, and this is going to be the front 4 pack. Our leaders, they got to get them slowed down. Looks like all is good. So the the 2, the 69, or is that 69 or 62? 62 and 69, yeah. So they are all in pit road making their pit stop, and this is what you need is those teammates. So I'm gonna have to see where these guys come out. Looks like the 03, the 1, and the 82 have picked up somebody.
And there's them three are still running together. So, but they're coming up on the 54 pretty quick. So that 54 may fall in line and get right there behind them.
So yeah, the 54 is probably the best bet would be to get it behind him and see if he can use some of their draft. Now the 1 is the 1 of Christopher. He is a lap down, and they're going to catch the 2 quick, fast, and in a hurry. And they're going to make a move to the outside. They're going to pass them like they're standing still, and there they are. They passed the 8, the 62, like they were standing still, and the 2. But that's going to put them all back together, and they're going to try another move on the outside. Here they go.
Yeah, them three right there, they're running good together again, as we saw in that last race. So they're familiar with each other. They're not holding back none.
No, and they've already created a little bit of gap between them and that pack behind them. So it's going to be very tough unless this pack behind them gets lined up nose to tail like they are. It's going to be very hard for that pack behind them to catch up.
As you saw the 54 right there for a split second on the screen, they're just slowly passing him. And, you know, the caution didn't come out, but something that they didn't have on the last race is we had some that I'm pretty sure had to use that fast repair.
Yeah, and that probably messed up a lot of people's pit time with that little incident. And like I said, I know the 31 did get a penalty. So hopefully it did not hurt him too bad.
They seem like they're running it pretty good, so hopefully it will actually play out for them in the long run.
Well, looks like Brandon Holder is still your race leader with Brad Neer in second, Andrew in the number 6 Chevrolet. He is in a third, and the 03 and the 82 showing 4th and 5th. They got a little bit of work to do. They got about 2.5 seconds, but there is a yellow flag. The first yellow flag of the race at lap 22. But I don't know where it came from.
I am looking and not seeing. We'll have to take a look and see who goes into the pits, if there was any damage.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Maybe to restack them up or something. Not 100% sure on this one.
Yeah, so I'm not either. Well, that's definitely a big break for the 1. Christopher is going to be the first car 1 lap down, so he is going to be able to get his lap back. Kyle Harbin, he is going to be still 1 lap down unless all the leaders pit and he is able to take the wave around. So we'll have to see how this plays out and how many cars get back on the lead lap, and Ryan Kimball may get a lap back also.
Yeah, they're starting to finally slow down, but yeah, we'll just leave y'all to y'all's imagination on what brought that caution out.
All right, looks like Ryan Campbell is getting the wave around, and so is Kyle Harbin. So Kyle Harbin is going to get his wave around, and so is Ryan Campbell.
And you know that they may have, I don't know, they may have all inside driver chat down there, may have all talked it about to, you know, get everybody back on the lead lap or something to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm not going to necessarily say this was a wrecked caution. So we'll just throw it out there as a competition caution.
There we go with 24 laps out of 60. You know, it's still anybody's race. This is going to throw the fuel strategy maybe out of play. You might still have a little bit of fuel strategy, but you know you're going to come in. You know you're going to top off. But then what do you do from there?
You pray and hope you don't run out.
And it looks like Nash Brambilla is going to be our current leader at the moment. So as of right now, our biggest mover of the race is going to be Brandon Holder. He is up 8 positions from where he started, and Brad Neer. He is also up 8 positions. So those are our 2 biggest movers. The next 2 biggest movers is going to be Andrew in that number 6. And Kenneth in that 03 Chevrolet. They are going to be the next biggest movers. They're up 6 positions from where they started. Nash up 5, and Don in his number 54 Toyota is up 5 positions.
Yeah, I bet that 15, you know, Josh, he's probably sitting there thinking, you know what, I've worked with all these people, nobody's, you know, really paid it back. So
Pit road is busy, and the 2 didn't know if he was going to dive in or not, but he did last minute. Everybody going to go in and top off. Now, do you take tires there, Jeremy, or do you not?
Super Speedway, I ain't worried about tires one bit. It's more of that fuel than tires, which that's me personally. Everybody's got their own opinion, but
one car did not pit, and that's going to be the 69. So he is going to lead the lap. He's going to control the restarts. Kyle Harbin did not pit. He got the wave around, did not pit with the leaders. I'm pretty sure he is going to go to the back of the field with getting the wave around. I don't know if he's going to be the current leader as SDK is showing. So we are going to have to see if he gets a into the longest line. Yes, he is. Carl is getting EOL.
well, the lights are off on the pace car, Richard. So they
So it looked
may
like
throw it out for one more.
So as of right now, Kyle Harbin is your race leader. Carl Staton was given an EOL penalty. So the 88 is going to start at the rear of the longest line. All right.
Hang on, we're not going green.
All right, they extended it.
I'm sure a lot of them, and this right here is going to make it interesting because you know everybody's going to come in.
Well, everybody did come in. Like I said, the only one that I did not see come in, and he may have pitted at, when pit road first opened up, was Kerry.
Yeah, and it looks like he's showing he pitted on lap 23, so he may have, Colin Carey may have actually been in the right place at the right time to be able to get into the pit road. So that could have worked out in their favor, especially if it opened up right when they was coming to it.
All right, Kyle Harbin is not starting in the second position. He is going to go back to the end of the longest line due to the fact that he did get a wave around. He was a lap down, so the 7 will fade to the back. So that leaves your 69 of Kerry Whitaker out in front, controlling the restart. Adam Thompson back up the second, and George Lesko is third. Kyle Winter is going to be fourth. Josh Doobie in fifth. Bryce Cobbler is going to be in sixth. Andrew in seventh. Don in eighth.
We're going one more lap.
Kyle Harbin still not to the end of the longest line, so he's still going to be faded back. But Brad Neer, Brian Holder is going to be all in your top 10, and they're going to pit again.
Yeah, they're gonna do everything they can to max those cars out.
Well, I mean, even though you're going to max your fuel mileage out, you never know what can happen. My strategy would be just shut it off, let it coast.
Yeah, and you know, you that that's pretty good, and I've seen a lot do it. They actually win the race off of it. So
Well, Ryan Campbell got another lap back. So he went from, what, 7 laps, 6 laps now? Now he is down to 3. So he is getting his laps back, and he could be a force to be reckoned with at the end of this race, depending on how many laps he gets back.
yeah, he's hanging on right there to the end. So it's gonna be it's gonna be one or two things. It's gonna be damned interesting, or it's gonna come into a complete shit show after this.
Well, PJ has taken over the lead, so he is going to be out leading this field. George is going to be in second. Joshua Doobie in the 15. He's going to be third. He started on the inside line. I believe he will be glad about that. Won't be left out to dry on this restart. But let's see who's fourth. Is going to be the 62, the first Toyota in the top 5. That's going to be Adam Thompson. Fifth is going to be Bryce Cobbler. And the pace car lights are off. So we are getting ready to go back green as they are coming through the tri-oval. Pace car is going to dive off. And they don't look quite ready, but they're going to be ready no matter what. And here they go. PJ gets a pretty good start with a 15 in tow. Chevy against the Ford on the outside. Ford and Toyota on the outside.
Well, now if you're Josh and you're up there in the front now, you've been hung out to dry so many times. I'm going to stick right there behind the leader. I mean, I ain't going to shift up. I ain't going to give anybody any room to get behind me or work with me. You know, I'd be at wit's end over that.
Yeah, and yeah, you are definitely right about that. And I believe Josh is going to be a team player and trying to help out whoever he can. He knows that he can't do it by himself. He's going to have somebody to help him. So I think it's going to be a trusting thing with a lot of these guys. They got to trust you to stick with them, and then that's going to bring trust from them. As we see PJ going to lead that lap with the 15 in tow. And the 24 is looking, Bryce Cobbler is looking like he is going to try to challenge for that lead on that outside line with George Lesko in the 8 car, trying to get him up there.
Yeah, you're fixing to start seeing that side-by-side racing, and you've got 4 against the pack of 4. So whoever can kind of stick it together and run that tight lines, they're going to be the ones that comes out on the advantage on that one.
Yeah, so far the 24 has nosed his way out into the lead, and the 00 is going to take it right back as they come out of turn 4, using a little bit of side draft. Here they come through the tri-oval. Who's it going to be so far is Bryce Cobbler. Can PJ get back to it as they come to the line, as they come through the tri-oval? No, PJ is going to stay in second and maybe down to third.
Yeah, if that would have been the last lap right there, as tight as they was running. Oh, and the 24 shifted a little bit. That top line just fell apart, Richard, and there they go.
Ooh, oh my goodness. It almost fell apart on everybody, and they lost a lot of people because of the big checkup. So this front pack is going to take off, and we got a car around, and that's going to be Andrew in the 6th. He is on the backstretch apron, and there is the caution. Looks like he's got a little bit of right side damage, and that's going to, let's go back and take a look and see what happened. So the big checkup caused a big mess. 34 came down to stop from hitting the two scrapes the wall, and looks like the 6 was right there on the inside, and 34 just came down on him. Not a lot that he could have done. He
Yeah,
did.
that shift up was bad timing.
Well, luckily, only 2 cars involved in that. 2 cars may have a little bit of damage. Hopefully, he still has that fast repair left in his arsenal, so he can go get that car repaired.
And the
Ooh,
76,
last minute.
You could tell they was trying to figure it out, but that 6 car just had no traction as it was back and forth, and that's bad break for 76, especially Brad, him being so far back, managed to get caught up in it somehow.
Yeah, well, like you said, and now I believe anybody's strategy is going to be pretty much out the window. It's going to be pretty much now run hard and try to get up to the front. You may have one pit stop, one pit stop left if it goes green, but if it doesn't, if you have cautions, because cautions breed cautions, you're going to try to make the most moves that you can to get up to the front, just in case. So not quite like the truck super speedway race, but still not bad. We've only had our second caution, and it was not a big one. It was just a little bit of mishap, and they were 3 wide coming out of pit road. But yeah, just a little bit of mishap, and only 3 cars really involved in that.
Yeah, it could have been a whole lot more, and that's really major props to the 6 car of holding it together, because that and the 34 both, it could have been real bad.
Now I want you to look at that number 80 of Ryan Campbell. Ryan Campbell is now only 2 laps, so he is only 2 cautions away from getting back up on the lead lap. So this could be his ball game too. And I'm going to do everything I can to get every lap I can back.
Yeah, especially, he at one point, Richard, he wasn't even logged in when the race started. Started out 6 laps down. Got lucky with that first caution, got a couple of waiver rounds, and then this caution here is going to give him another one. So, all he needs is about 1 or 2 more cautions, and he's going to be sitting pretty in the battle for that money.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is definitely a pretty good pot. We do not have the official number due to the driver amount was calculated at 25 drivers. But, Jeremy, while we are under caution, why don't we run a commercial for our partners there?
That works for me.
All right, that is going to be Premier Race Setups. It is they have partnered with us, and we appreciate them being on board with us. And use SBRN 10 for 10% off of individual race setups. Does not apply to season passes or car passes. So 10% off is 10% off. You get to save money, and it's definitely worth the setups. I run the setups, every chance that I get when I am not broadcasting, and I win quite a few races, especially in the open lobbies. So they have a really good team that puts together these setups, and I feel that they're worth the money. So definitely go check them out and see if you can get one of those winning setups.
Be a premier driver.
Yeah. All right, looks like Don and PJ are going to be on that front row, and here they go. The green flag is out, and the 54 gets a pretty good jump. 69 in tow. 00 and 82 are definitely nose to tail, and they are going to try to work themselves up into the lead. And it looks like the 82 was able to push the 00 out into the lead, and he leaves the 82 out to dry. So PJ is our race leader as of right now.
Well, you see Kyler's up there in P2. He ain't got, well, he's moved up in front now. He ain't got none of his teammates around, so it's going to be interesting to see if anybody decides to work with him. If not, and he can take that win, he's gonna make out pretty good tonight.
Well, not too far back, 4 cars back on that high line is going to be one of his teammates, and that is going to be Christopher. He has made it up 9 spots from where he started, and they are going to dive down to the low lane. He is pushing that 2 car of Nash Brambilla.
I gave up trying to pronounce his last name right. I'm just calling him Nash. He's making a dash for the front. I'm gonna tell you right now, that 00 is trying to make a run too up there with that 69.
Yeah, they have been working together quite a bit so far this race, and he tried to use a little side draft there, but he almost got a little bit of sideways. That side draft can definitely catch you and pull you into that car next to you, so you definitely got to be careful with that. And you never know what the guy down below you is going to do either. Using a side draft on the 15, trying to do it all by himself. He doesn't have a lot of help now. The 03 is going to come up behind him and give him a little bit of a push. Little bit of help goes a long way here at these super speedways. So as they come around turn number 3, going down the backstretch, they are going to get single file.
Yeah, and that high side's trying to work. And you got PJ up there, and the 54 just went up there and decided to join in that party.
Wow. That 54 went up to the high line quick, fast, and in a hurry, and he is going to try to make some moves on that high line with the 00 in tow, but I don't believe they're going to have the momentum to do it.
John, we said, I said Kyler didn't have any of his teammates up there, and you pointed it out. He's got Christopher sitting there in the 4th, and he's actually got in the 9th you've got Kenneth, which, you know, they're not far apart between 1st all the way back to about 13th. They're all running right there together. So
yeah, from what is that? Like it's about 7th on back. They're running a little bit of too wide. Looks like the 54 is going to dive down to the bottom. Nope, he decided to just get a little bit of draft and take it right back to the outside and get a little bit of momentum and see if he can move to the front. Oh, we got a little bit of a challenge. Nash is going to jump out to that outside, see if he can help that 54 get up to the front. And there goes the 60 or the oh, that was 62 that went up to the top. So he blocked the top lane. Nash went out to the outside, and he blocked the top lane, slowed down the momentum of the top lane, but he still has the 62 in tow, and that's going to be Adam Thompson. Adam Thompson started in 2nd, and he's still running in 2nd. Kyler started in 1st, and he's still running in 1st.
you've got a lap car now coming into the picture, and it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out.
Oh, that's going to be Ryan Campbell. Ryan Campbell was 1 lap down. He was looking for the lucky dog, but now he just went 2 laps down. So he's still in contention, you know, if he can get those laps back. So with 22 left to go, we might see one more pit stop. If it goes green, we'll definitely see that green flag pit stops. If we see the caution, it'll throw fuel mileage out the window. But yeah, it's going to start heating up here very soon. Only 1 car off pace. Well, we got a couple cars off pace. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and you got that high line of the 3 cars. They're still trying to make it work. But, you know what, that inside line led by Kyler, I don't think he's going to come off any kind of money tonight.
Yeah, it looks like the 76 may be still carrying a little bit of damage. He may have used his fast repair. The 31 and the 6 are back there. And they're trying to work with the 80 now, trying to get a little bit of 4-car train way back in the back. They don't want to lose a lot of time, but they're going to utilize the help from Ryan Campbell to get them up there. They got 21 laps, only 6 seconds back from the lead pack, so they might be able to do it if they can get nose to tail. 76 still has a little bit of damage, but it does not affect him in the draft. He is still able to suck up to the rear end of that 6 car. So I think these guys might still be in contention, making up a little bit of ground. But coming back up towards the front is still anybody's ball game.
That's 15. He got bumped. He's swinging wide, but he's back in it. And that 82 is glued to the back of that 54, and that 62 is given no room whatsoever.
Ooh, they got a little bit out of shape as they were coming into turn 1. He got a little bit out of shape, but he was able to gather it back up quickly, and he's right back on the back bumper. But look who is back together, the 03 and the 1. They are going to try to make some moves, and I believe if they can make up a little bit of ground on that low line, you're going to see them pretty much pass the 82, the 62, and you'll see that 82 go right there along with them if they can
Yeah.
close up that gap.
Yeah, that gap, they should be able to close it the next couple laps. But, you know, Richard, we're coming into where it's fixing to be some pits.
62 dropped back just a little bit, and I think he is picking up. So Thompson looks like he is picking up the 1 of Christopher, and he's going to help him catch the lead pack. And here they go. They got a little bit of they got that draft, so they're going to be making moves.
And, you know, I'm going to say that was very,
That was very courteous of them.
yeah, it was good of Adam to drop back, but, you know, it didn't really pay off much for him as he dropped about 3 positions.
Well, that may be part of his strategy because he is still dropping back just a little bit. As you see, the 2 is going to go by him.
I'm not sure, Richard. This may be a fuel strategy move here.
That's exactly what I was thinking. With only 18 laps to go, you probably want to stretch it out as far as you can. But the 3 teammates, they 82, 1, and 03, they have linked back up with the 69 right there along with them. So we might see some strategies start pulling off here in the next couple laps.
And if I'm anybody, I'm going to be worried. I'd hate to be the 54 car right now. Because you know who's behind you, and you know they work together.
I feel bad for Ryan. He is stuck up, or not Ryan, but PJ. He is stuck up on that top lane. Nobody wanted to help, so he's going to drop back to the back and drop in behind the 8 of George Lesko. And, you know, I think he's just going to hang out until he sees somebody that's ready to go.
Yeah, they're keeping it single file still, so.
He is in the team chat with Andrew. Oh, here come the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They're going to be 3 wide. Oh, they make it work. That's that communication skills.
You saw that front end of PJ's get a little bit squirrely as he was coming in, so he locked him up pretty hard just to avoid hitting the 2 car of Nash.
So that's going to leave the 54, the 62, and the 8 out there. And that's going to allow this backpack, which is made up a little bit of time. They're down to 5 seconds now from the leaders. They are going to, you know, make up a little bit of time working all together with a 31 in, well, actually the 12. You know, he's going to be the leader of that backpack. So they're trying to make up some time as they go into turn 1. The leaders are coming out of turn. I'm sorry, the leaders are coming out of turn 4, and they are coming out of turn 4. But the top 3 are in pits right now.
Yep, and this is what we talked about. You've got everybody off on those green pit cycles. So, I mean, everybody had a chance in that competition caution and the other caution where the 6 and the 76 was involved in to kind of get on the same pit strategy. But it don't look like nobody's going to be sticking with anybody as far as what their pit strategy goes.
Yeah, here comes the 1, the 03, and the 82. They are crossing the start-finish line right now, so they are probably going to bypass this this little group just now coming out of pits because they're not up to speed. So we're going to see some positions change, and yep, there they go. They're going to bypass them like they're standing still, and that's going to move them up until this front pack pits. You know, I think they're sitting in a pretty good spot because those guys back there, they are spaced out. And that's going to be Adam Thompson leading that second little pack that just came out of pits. So they don't have enough grouped up. I think Kyler and Kenneth and Christopher might have this one wrapped up.
Yeah, because we're coming down to 14, and you know the fuel length on this is anywhere they're right in their range. So I mean, you know they talked about it. You know when they was trying to get a few practice laps in on where their fuel was going to be, but they may have it pinned down to where they've only got about 1 lap left.
Now the current leaders are coming in. The 15 is going to elect to stay out. So he is the lone dog out there. He has no help. And that's not what you want. So that's going to allow the 1, the 03, and the 82 to take over the lead as that front pack pitted.
Well, you know, you said 15, the lone wolf. Well, you know what? He's been thrown to the wolves quite a few times, so he probably just really ain't caring right now.
Well, hopefully he has a doobie rolled up for after this race. It can make him feel better a little bit. Yeah, I do feel bad, and you know, he needs a teammate out there. And if he runs another one of these, he needs to let me know. I'll come out there and run with him. You know, from what I've seen, he can definitely hold a line. He just needs somebody to work with him, and he's gonna stay out and lead another lap.
Don't know if there's any bonuses for most lap led in this or not, but hey, he's making a statement.
Absolutely, and here comes second, third, and fourth. They are coming out of coming into the tri-oval. They came out of turn 4, coming to the tri-oval, and they are making ground up on him quick. Now the other guys, they are about 6 seconds back. We saw this last time. Now it's 12 to go. They had less time. They have more laps now, but they still have 6 seconds to go. So they have to make up, you know, at least a half a second a lap to catch these guys. And they are coming quick.
Yeah, but they're not working together like you think they would. You've got them running side by side, 4 on the high side and 3 on the low side.
But either way, they are still tracking down time.
They are, and they're scattering all over the place. You think somebody just turned the lights on and they spread out, but I mean, it's that 62 is going to be the wild card amongst it all. Actually, the Adam Thompson.
Yeah. Now they're down to. They're still hanging in there, right around 6 seconds.
Oh, we've got one gone.
Oh no.
I saw him spin.
And that was Bryce Cobbler. Oh, I don't know how. Oh my goodness, he went for a ride, and I don't know how the caution did not come out for that, because he went for a ride.
He spun cycle that sideways right over about 2 or 3 cars. So,
man, he was spinning like a Florida hurricane right there, boy.
Well, you've got Josh Doobie who's coming in, so he's going to relinquish that lead after that. And, you know, that might have been the break he was waiting on, that caution, but it didn't fly.
Yeah, with only 10 laps to go, that broke up that second little pack, and their time is now extended. With the Holder, you know, he's not quite at 7 seconds, but everybody else is. He has a lap car helping him, and that's going to be the 80 of Ryan Campbell,
Yellow, yellow.
and there's the yellow.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit of delayed one, but wow. Bryce took the lick, and if we can get back to it, I'm gonna
That, like I said, that was
jump back to that. Just I don't know if he got a bad run or if, but we're fixing to find out what happened.
it looks like the 76 may have thought he had room and came down and caught that left rear quarter panel, and yeah, Hurricane Bryce just formed. Bounced off the 8's windshield. Yeah. Missing hood, missing front end. He did land. He did make the landing though. I give him that. No rear bumper, no front bumper, no hood. A lot of damage to that car, and I bet he had to tow it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. He is showing out at the moment, and I hate to see that.
And that was a ride and a half he went through. Literally ricocheted off the front of the 8.
So we're going to see pit road be very, very busy. And I'm surprised that the 8 stayed out. He must have not took really any damage. Let me see if I can look. I don't see any damage on that car.
He may have got lucky. The 62 got lucky. He may have just net coated out. Jesus. And that is. Somebody notify next of kin. That was a wild one.
All right, so we're probably going to have about 6 laps to go. Now you have the one controlling the race. You have the 82, and you have the 03. All 1, 2, and 3.
You know, Richard, I wonder if they're down there playing paper, rock, scissors on who's gonna win this.
And I think Campbell just got his lap back, so he is now going to be probably on the lead lap. Yes, he is on the lead lap now. So good job, Ryan Campbell. You stuck with it. You came in late. You stuck with it. You got all your laps back. Now try to go win you some money there, buddy.
6 laps down, Richard. What?
6 laps down, and he came back.
There's you an underdog story if you've ever had one.
But look at Christopher and Kenneth. They're up 12 and 13 spots. Now, do I think they're going to let Kyler win this one since he won the truck race? Probably not. They probably worked out some deal. All right, you let me win the truck race, I'll let you win this one. But yeah, so it's going to be pretty interesting. Like I said, we're probably going to have about 5 to 6 laps to go when we go back green. But that was a big break for Josh. Josh does have a little bit of front end damage on his race car on that 15. Big break for him because he was the only one that was out there by himself. That's going to be, that's a big break for him. That's going to be interesting to see if he can, work his way up to the front. The damaged race car of the 76, he is right there. He has a little bit of front end damage, but I don't know if it's enough to affect him. So he might be able to stick with the draft and help push somebody. But I don't know if his car is good enough to lead.
Yeah, if you've got damage in the front, especially the way this front pack is actually sticking nose to tail, you don't want to be in the front. You just kind of may want to settle in a couple cars back. Those lights are off, Richard. We're going to have 6 to go when they drop it.
Yeah, they're on the backstretch now. That 80 is flying to get around there. They're coming in turn 3. He's just down the middle of the backstretch right now in that GBM Chevrolet.
You know what? He may time that just.
He's not gonna be up to full speed. He's gonna have to slow down.
Yeah, he's actually caught up with them. So
If he would have checked up a little bit, he might have been able to time that. And there is the Brian Cobbler. I hate to see that for him. And it looks like we are about to. The green flag is out. They had to wait for the green and the one. Now these two Kenneth and Kyler, they checked up and let the one get in front of them, so they could be nose to tail. And the 6 of Andrew, he is going to try to make something happen, and he gets in. He just barely fits it in.
he sliced through there like hot butter. That was too close. Wow.
Now Kyler went up to the high line, and he is going to try to work himself back up towards the front, and he has this 6 pushing him, trying to get him back up out front in front of that one car. We've seen.
I'm not saying it, but I think I'm fixing to see it.
The 1, the 03, the 82, the 6, all battling for the same real estate. Who will get it? As of right now, Christopher has it. Kyler wants it, and they are 3 wide, all behind him. You have the 8 3 wide. You have the 76. You have the 15, all 3 wide, battling behind the leaders. They did manage to work it out. Then 8 is going to, wreck. And that is going to be the 80 involved in that.
Oh, my
the
goodness. 8. Ryan Campbell.
Oh, he just got on the lead lap. No. So we're probably going to see the caution fly. Let's go back and take a look and see if we can see what happened.
And they're still running green.
Yellow.
There it is.
Yellow.
Wow, that was. Oh my God! I hope Ryan's got a fast repair. I pray to God, if he don't, I want to buy him one. 6 laps down, you get back up there in the midst of it, and then you get caught up in.
So it looks like the 62 gave the 8 a little bit of a push towards the right side of that back bumper, and it just sent him right into the 80. Man, I do believe he does have his fast repair. He has stayed clean throughout this whole race, so he will be able to get that car repaired and get back out there.
Well, yeah, he should have a fast repair. He's been by himself catching up, and he catches
Exactly.
up, and look what happened. Oh my God, a tough break for Campbell right there. But you know what? A fast repair, if he's got it, he's gonna be right back in the mix.
Some of these other guys, I don't know how many of them have that fast repair left. But we'll have to see how that plays out. See how the 62 got right in the rear bumper, the right rear of that bumper. And that's the only bad thing about these cars. So it looks like Mr. Kenneth is going to be leading this pack, and we're probably going to see. I forgot to ask how many green and white checkers we are going to have, but usually they get at least 2 attempts. So
That's one for the making right here, Richard. This is going to come down to a. Oh yeah, this is going to come down to a finish right here.
Well, Campbell has not pitted yet. Maybe he hasn't made it all the way around yet. We might see him go into the pits this time, get some of that damage repaired. Carl Staton in the pits.
I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch to see if this 80 car, when he hits that pit, if that fast repair comes out and everything goes back to normal. I'm gonna tell you what, Richard, I've got that drone charged up and it's ready to go for this car. Yes, he dropped that fast repair. He is back in it.
He's back in it. He's got a little bit of work to do, but he can get it done. Looks like George is in the pits. Carl Staton and Adam Thompson.
This is going to come down to a green white checker, Richard. Was not expecting that with this race.
No, but only four cautions, within 60 laps, and that's still a relatively clean race. So you can't be mad at it. I mean, it's still showing what kind of what kind of teamwork these guys have, showing what kind of skill these guys have. So I'd say it's still a fun race.
Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting.
All right, pace car is coming through out of turn 4, going to be coming through the tri-oval. Should be getting double file this time. Looks like Mr. Christopher is going to have the control at the restart. His teammate Kenneth sitting in second. Still great job by these guys running first and second, up 12 and 13 positions from where they started. I want to give a shout out to the 6th of Andrew. He is up 11 positions. Those are our top 3 movers of the race. 9 positions for the 54 of Don. He's been trying to keep that Camaro up, or I'm sorry, that Toyota. The only Toyota pretty much in the top 5. Adam Thompson was going to be the second Toyota in this race, and he is sitting back in the 16th position. Bryce Cobbler is unfortunately out. He's not going to be able to make it to finish the race. Coming down the backstretch, middle of the backstretch, we are double file. It's going to get wild. It's going to get crazy. We might see 3 wide. We might see a little bump and run. We might see it all. We don't know until it happens.
Yeah, this is one of them. These guys are holding their breath. They're gripping that wheel, and they are praying to God.
Whew, 80 seconds. That's a long time to hold your breath. I couldn't do it.
Unfortunately for me, I quit smoking, so I probably could run
it. Damn it. Stop bragging. But anyways. All right, getting ready to take the green, and the pace car is off. Now it's going to be interesting to see what the 03 does. Is he going to check up and let the one up in front of him? No. That outside line is going to be formed just like the inside line, and they all got a really good restart. All those cars that were damaged are now back out on the track. Unfortunately, 24 was not able to get back on the track. Must not have had that fast repair. Looks like the 82 is going to give the 03 a little bit of bump, with the 6 giving the 82 a little bit of bump. Got to be careful in those corners. Don't touch the right or the left rear of those bumpers, or you'll see exactly the effects of that. But they do hold it together, and they are trying to get to that white flag before any chaos happens, and it's still anybody's race. Looks like the 82, the 03, are gonna drop down to the bottom lane. Oh no, the one gets collected. There's the big one coming out of turn 4. No white flag as of yet. Is it gonna fly?
White flag is out. Flag.
The big one has happened. We'll have to go look at that after the race is over, but the 03 and the 82 were able to make it through there, and the 6th of Andrew, he is right there in a good position to maybe get a podium finish here tonight, along with the 69. The 69 of Casey Whitaker has been running pretty good. He is up 4 positions. Let's see if he can make something happen. He's got a 69. Oh, the 69 gives the 6 a little bit of bump out the way, and it moves the 6 up the track. Here they come through the tri-oval. They are 3 wide right behind the leaders. Oh, the last 2 wreck. The 6 is going to take it sideways through the grass.
And that is a finish.
Wow.
Andrew found his pit stall. I do not know if it was his or not, but he is in it.
Well, either way, he's in it, and Wow, that was a big crash right there coming to the white flag. And I'm going to go back and take a look at that.
Yeah, Richard, I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run this back right here to where that big one took place. We was watching the leaders. Didn't want to come off that action, but you know that big one deserves the respect that the big one gets at Daytona.
31 tried to make it 3 wide. And him and the one got together, and that's where the chaos started. The 54 was right there, the 8 involved. A lot of good cars. The 80 on the lead lap. He got a little bit more damage. 34 was flipping upside down. Landed it. 88 actually ended up on his top.
That's a last lap finish right there.
Yeah, then I'm gonna go back to the start or the checkered flag. That was some craziness too. They were 3 wide behind him, and that was Brad Neer.
The 8 rode on the 88 for a minute. The 54, the 2, the 34, the 31, 15. My goodness.
So it looks like the 69 tried to use a little bit of the fender to slow the 6 down at the start finish line or coming to the checkered flag, and just bounced off the 6 and got the 76.
That was wild.
That was a wild. That was definitely a wild finish. So it looks like the 82 was able to take it again. So back-to-back wins for the 82. So you are 2 for 2, Jeremy.
I
And
swept it tonight.
yeah, my picks got
Get the broom.
my pick got a podium finish. So your finishing order is going to be the 82 of Kevin Wynn, or Kyler Wynn. Kenneth in his 03 got second. Andrew in the 6, he ended up with a third. Good job for him. Brad Neer, fourth. PJ ended up with a fifth. Good job for him. Kerry Whitaker, sixth. Ryan Campbell, seventh. Good job for him. Getting back on the lead lap. Great job. The 62 of Adam Thompson got eighth. Brandon Holder got ninth. And 10th is going to be Christopher in his number 1 Chevrolet.
I think
That's
we've
going to wrap
got
up.
we've got our top 3 up here. Andrew, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Man, you had mass chaos going on behind you coming out of that trial. Are your drawers clean or what happened?
Well, it was a bad idea to wear white pants tonight. So I'll know what I'm doing tonight, cleaning some clothes. But besides that, it was a crazy finish.
Yeah, it definitely was. It looks like the 69 tried to slow you down just a little bit with using the fender, but didn't quite work. It actually worked against him. It bounced him into the 76, and they went for a little ride. You went for a little ride too, but you were able to get to the start finish line before they did to pull off that third place, man. Great job tonight. I mean, you were back and forth a little bit, and you ended up at the right spot at the right time to at least get that podium.
Yeah. Like I was working with PJ in the 14. We were trying to play field strategy. He got screwed up on the first set of green flag pit stops, and I was, with the top 3. So I was just planning throughout. I know I was going to get a top 3 if a caution didn't come out at all today, but I mean, I still came home third, so it's like the cautions never even happened.
Well, you luckily got that third place finish, so you get a little bit of money back for all the agony you had to go through. But congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Well, Kenneth, you and Kyler both are back up here again. Both get some money out of it. That last lap we saw Chris get demolished. Unfortunately, he stayed up front with y'all for a while. But you know, how would y'all feel about that last couple laps, man?
Oh, the racing was awesome, man. Both races, everybody's done a really good job. We didn't want to see that caution earlier, but you know, I understand why it came out. And Taryn did a good job calling the caution like he should have. I don't know if cautions wasn't on the night or whatever, but there was quite a few cautions that needed cautions. You know, I know it's always bad for the guys. It's got a big gap on the field and all, but I hate to see anybody else have some bad luck and caution don't come out for them. So overall, though, congratulations to Kyler. Me, him, and Chris has worked really good the last 3 or 4 races we run together. Yeah, awesome race though.
Yeah, I definitely don't have any complaints about that one either. If you know, no cautions in the truck race, and definitely got a few cautions in this race. Made it very interesting, especially with this aero package that these cars carry. But second place, you can't be mad with that. If you got any more of those shout outs, you're welcome to give them.
Yeah, I just got to thank Christopher and Kyler there for doing a hell of a job tonight. Thank y'all for doing the broadcast, and thank Taryn for doing an amazing job trying to do all this by herself tonight. Good job to everyone.
Well, we appreciate that. Kyler,
Hey man, how's it going?
Jeremy got 2 for 2 picking
Uh,
you.
Yeah, honestly, it couldn't have been for Kenneth and Chris. They were really like big help tonight, and strategy was perfect. We had an easy 1-2-3 again if that caution didn't come out, but we were able to secure the 1-2 again. So
Yeah, y'all definitely showed the teamwork and the skill that you guys carry. You know, throughout the track, everybody had, you know, the skill to you know, finish this race in a good position if the cautions wouldn't have had come out. But man, y'all put on a great show. We appreciate y'all letting us be a part of this. And sorry about the noise in the background. But we appreciate everybody letting us be a part of that, and a great race, and we can't wait to do another one. So if you got any more of those shout outs, you're welcome to it.
I'm gonna thank Chris and Kenneth again. They're really great people to have in these kind of races.
All righty. Taryn, you got anything? I see you lurking in the Discord there.
Yeah, can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the guys that came out tonight. Truck race was great. I know this race was a little chaotic. I don't know if y'all ever created a lobby on iRacing, but there's so many settings and stuff when you're going through. You got to make sure you got everything perfect. And apparently, I didn't get one thing perfect, and didn't turn on cautions for some reason. So I had to throw some cautions myself, and unfortunately I couldn't throw one in time for that last wreck. But I do apologize to the guys for that. But yeah, I appreciate the support from all the drivers and you guys for putting the broadcast on for us. I am excited to send out all the screenshots that I got for tonight's race. Something I'm able to do when I'm not broadcasting. So I think all the guys would like all those pictures that I got. But yeah, had a lot of fun tonight, and can't wait till next Sunday.
Absolutely. Well, it was definitely good watching this race and the truck race. You put on a good show. Setting up these lobbies is definitely a tough thing to do. It happens to the best of us. Me and Jeremy have had our fair share of mistakes setting up lobbies, so don't beat yourself up about it. I'm pretty sure everybody is understanding if if they've ever done it.
Yeah, luckily everybody was pretty patient with me tonight since Brian was out, and I appreciate them for that.
Absolutely. I got to give a shout out to Ryan Campbell. He was 6 laps down. He stuck it in there. He was late getting there, 6 laps down, and he came back to finish on the lead lap in 7th. That's a really good job. He got the wave rounds at the cautions. So that's a good job by him, sticking it out. Most people would have been like, I got no chance, and quit. So great group of guys that you have out there. And hopefully I can catch them, in some public lobbies and race with them some or here.
Yeah, Ryan had some technical issues at the start, and I talked to all the drivers in the race and was like, "Hey, do y'all mind me giving him a wave around to get him back on lead lap?" And everybody's real cool about it, because I don't want somebody's chances to get taken away from them because they're having technical issues. It like you said before, it happens to the best of us, and it's happened to me before too. So I'm
Yeah.
not about to screw somebody over and just take their money essentially, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like you're going to have a busy little bit of a night handing out those payouts. If you want to give a rundown of what everybody won, or if you have a calculation, you're welcome to do that, or you can take care of that in Discord.
Yeah, it's gonna probably take me an hour or so to get those figures wrapped up, and I'll send them out to everybody in the general chat on what those payouts will be. Since we didn't make the 25 entries, um, but I'm seeing a lot of consistency, which is good, and familiar faces like Kenneth and Chris and Kyler, and guys are just adding on to the number, and we'll eventually consistently hit that 25 mark in the future, and if we keep putting races on like this, like we'll definitely hit that number.
Absolutely. Well, we'll let you get to work, and we're going to end this stream and let y'all guys go celebrate, and we're going to probably call it a night or join some public lobbies.
All right, sounds good, guys. Well, again, appreciate y'all's help tonight. Great broadcast. Shout out to you guys, and I'll definitely share the stream on our Facebook page. Which anybody out there, check out HSR Facebook page. Trying to get that up and going, just for advertisements and things like that. And I'll be, and Richard, if when you send me the clip for the stream or whatever, I'll post it to the YouTube or whatever, and just show each other support. And again, y'all do a great job.
I appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate it.
All right, well, y'all enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day weekend, and we'll definitely talk to you soon.
All right, you do the same.
All right, bye, guys.
See you later, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna end our broadcast for the evening. Definitely some great racing going on. Jeremy had to go take care of an issue, so the stream might run a little bit over without any commentating going on. But we appreciate everybody stopping by and joining us, for the great racing that these guys put on. Like I said, a lot of talent going on these tracks, a lot of good teamwork. So if you have a team you think you can put on a good show with these guys, definitely come check them out. High Speed Racing on Facebook. He will be putting flyers out for the upcoming races, and it looks like it's usually on Sunday nights. So check them out. Just give them a follow, and come join these super speedway racing. They obviously put on a good show, and we enjoyed it. They enjoyed it, and they would love to have the support, and maybe win some money out of it. But yeah, bring your best teammates and see if y'all can take these guys on and win a little bit of money. But on behalf of myself and Jeremy here at Southern Broadcast Racing Network, like I said, we appreciate y'all stopping by. Tomorrow is Memorial Day weekend. Hope y'all have a safe holiday, and definitely remember the soldiers that have fought and died defending this country. So on that note, we're gonna call it a night, and we hope y'all have a wonderful night, and y'all be safe out there.